This episode of Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey and Rosy is sponsored by FX's Atlanta. FX's Atlanta returns for its final season. Ern, Alfred, Darius, and Van are back in their hometown. But the question is, has Atlanta changed or have they? FX's Atlanta, the final season. All new Thursdays on FX, stream on Hulu.
You're on. I think it was Raw Underground was like the first time.
Yeah, I was the.
You was the bouncer.
I was the bouncer.
It was you and Shane McMahon, Vince's
Yes.
son. And for folks who may not remember what Raw Underground was like the late hour version of Monday Night Raw, which was supposed to be
Bloodsport.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Bloodsport, basically. Like no rules. There was like I think there was like strippers on poles.
No,
Not
BET Uncut.
No.
It was basically BET Uncut.
Pretty much. They had strippers. Because at first I thought it was just like actors. They're like, no, these are legit strippers. I'm like, whoa. They had strippers.
What's poppin', people? Welcome back to another episode of Say Less with KAZ,
Yo,
Lowkey,
What's good?
Rosy,
what's up, Rosie?
and this giant man that we cannot ignore. If you're listening, please go to YouTube and watch because it's hard to ignore.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Good friend of mine in the building today. The Nigerian Giant, WWE Superstar, the 7'5", 7'4",
7'4".
7'4".
Don't be humble. 7'4".
7'5".
The biggest dude I know,
Right.
the Giants, Omos. What's going on, brother?
Going on, man. Happy to be here.
Happy to have you here. I'm glad we could finally make this happen because I feel like everyone in this room, I've known you for a minute, but everybody in this room first met you at Wale Mania in Dallas.
Yes.
And the first thing we talked about was like, man, we got to get you on the show because, man, anybody who went to Dallas, Wale Mania, shout out to all y'all. It was an incredible time.
Mm-hmm.
But every year there's always a moment that sort of steals the show. And
Oh God.
when this dude comes in, fresh from the talent meeting, getting ready for like the biggest moment of his career at WrestleMania that weekend, he came in, rapped public service announcement to a sold out crowd in
Nice.
Dallas. And it's funny because, you know, you talk on TV. You're not one of those like silent giants. People hear you talk.
Not really. A little.
Here and there.
Here and there.
But when people saw that clip, people were like, is this the same guy? They're like, I have no idea. How is that for you, man? Like, it's.
I think people who watch like don't forget like we're portraying characters on TV.
Yeah.
And that's not who I actually am. It's a
Yeah.
part of me, obviously, but like I'm a different person. People who know me personally know how jovial and funny I
Yes.
can be and how easygoing I am.
Yeah.
So to me doing that, I wasn't surprised. I mean, there's a lot of things people don't know about me. I'm not gonna give it all away today.
No, don't. But we're gonna get to know you a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what was fun about that was I didn't need to convince you that much. Like, most people I hand the microphone to, they're like, you did it for like a half a second, and you're like, give me that.
Actually, you know what it was? You wanted me to sing, and I am a horrible singer. I'm like, I'm not singing. I'm like, you know what?
I rap.
It's a fun night. I'll rap.
Yeah. And then I forgot who was DJ. I think it was Poison Ivy. Shout out
It
Poison
was
Ivy.
Poison Ivy. Yes.
She threw on that public service announcement, and then you just zoned out. It was like, give me that. And it went into your B-Rabbit, and it was so dope to see. It was so dope to see, man. But, yo, obviously, if you don't know Omos, huge star in the WWE, literally and figuratively.
Right.
You
I was
know.
gonna say, no pun intended.
Right, no pun intended.
It's been a crazy time in professional wrestling as well. But other than that, I just want to get to know you, man. Like I don't feel like people really get to know who Omos is like on the inside. They just see
On the inside.
big dude. My guy MVP, shout out MVP, one of my good friends
Shout
as
out
well.
MVP, yeah.
I mean, you've gotten to be in the sort of in the learning tree of a lot of great wrestlers, a lot of great legends, because you know, obviously wrestling's great or whatever if you got great moves and stuff, but like it's a show, it's an attraction, and when people see you, you are an attraction. You are 7'4", 7'5", you know what I'm saying, one of the biggest dudes.
That's
Wow.
wild.
Like
one of the biggest living humans on planet Earth.
How tall were you in high school?
High school was about 7 foot.
7 foot.
What?
High
Yeah,
school.
and by the time I graduated,
So
She grew 4 inches throughout high school.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So
actually, but that wasn't the craziest growth spurt, though. I think the craziest growth spurt I had was between 11 and 13. Like we were like, by the time I was 11 years old, I was 6 foot. By the time I was
What?
15, ready to come to America, I was like 6, 7.
And
8,
I bet your parents are tiny.
tiny.
yeah, I was about to say, like, do you
that's
have
crazy.
like tall parents? Like, how did that?
So my mom is about like 5'8".
Okay,
But
that's not small.
But I have
Yeah.
my grandfather, which is my mom's dad. He was about like 6'3", 6'4", which is
So
not
it
very
falls in
tall.
the family.
It falls, but I heard, and I have big memory. My grandmother was about my great grandmother, which was about 6'7".
Wow, that's
But I don't
crazy.
remember her because I was so young.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
she lived to like 103, something like that.
Oh my
That I was a
God.
baby. I still have big memories of going to like seeing her in her apartment and
Yeah.
stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I don't remember.
Did you just see like memories of tall shadows?
Yeah, yeah. Precisely. I remember like her being huge, but like it never really dawned on me because I was so young.
Right,
Yeah.
right. All right. So you were born in Nigeria, right? Like,
Yes.
so tell me what it was like. I mean, obviously, I'm a transplant, but what was it? I'm a first generation. But you being born there and then coming here, I think, what, in high school or college?
Yes, I came in high school when I was 15.
Now-
So I went to high school here.
Okay, so were you one of those? So I went to a high school powerhouse where we would just find tall ass Africans and bring them to play basketball.
Same
Was
thing.
that
Yeah,
exactly-
I went to Montrose Christian in Maryland.
Oh, okay. Kevin
Yeah.
Durant went to Montrose
Yeah,
Christian. Okay.
yep. Played for
Yeah.
Stu Vetter, so that's how I went to. So pretty much powerhouse, top 5 in the country almost every year.
Did you play against a lot of like future NBA guys at that time?
Actually, yes, a lot of NBA players.
Yeah, because Montrose Christian is a huge basketball
Huge.
school.
We used to play Oak Hill like every other year
Yeah.
because
Wow.
what's the name of the coach? I forget his name.
Steve Smith.
Steve Smith and
Yeah.
Stu Vetter were like those were like arch nemesis. And
Yes.
they would, player would jump from Oak Hill to Montrose. Montrose would go to Oak Hill.
When we played Oak Hill, the story I always tell about Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant was on Oak Hill that year, and then he
Oak Hill's in
transferred.
Virginia, right?
Yes.
It's somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
It's some woodland.
Understood.
If anybody's ever seen Oak Hill Academy before, you might be
I
one
only
of
know 'cause
like a
I think
handful of
Cole
folks.
is that where Cole Anthony went?
Cole Anthony went
Yeah.
there.
Yep. Quinn Cook,
Carmelo Anthony,
Brandon Jennings,
Brandon Jennings,
Nolan
powerhouse.
Smith,
A lot of people went there. That's how I
Ty
know the
Lawson.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Shoot.
Eric Devendorf was there my year. Casey Rivers. Gosh, who else? It was junior year KD. I mean,
So were they just
Josh
like
Smith
scouting
was there.
people and bringing them over?
Nah, all the top kids would go to like
They're
the
like-
top like 5, 6 schools. It was
Yeah.
like Montrose Christian. What's this one in New York? King.
Christ the King.
Christ the King.
Yeah.
They would go
High
to
school I
like
went to St. Patrick's.
St. Patrick's.
another
Oh,
one.
that's up in New Jersey, right?
Yeah,
That's
also
where
Kyrie Irving, all
Gilchrist,
them.
all them
Mhm.
dudes. And then you go to the West Coast, you had like what's the name of the school in LA?
Is it
Dang.
Matter Day, Westchester.
Matter Day and
Well, now it's Sierra Canyon.
yes,
Sierra
Sierra
Canyon.
I didn't know that.
So Sierra Canyon's like the school now. Like
Oh,
that's where
wow.
bronze kids
Yeah.
go to.
Oh.
They I seen an incredible girl play here at the Slam Summer Classic last week. Juju Watkins, who's like the best female basketball player on the planet.
Wow.
They just load them up now. But
Wow.
LA too, like it's
LA,
not just
LA and Vegas Finley Prep. That was another
Yes,
big school back then.
yes,
Finley
yes.
Prep.
Gosh.
So
It's always so you are when you're being recruited in Nigeria, like
It sounds so bad. When,
no,
when you
because
say
why does it sound
Because
bad?
it sounds like Get Out, like they just lining up Nigerians. They're like, I want that one.
So honestly, but here's how it
when
breaks
you
it down.
say it like that, that's what I picture in my head, and that's fucked up.
It's not fucked up because honestly, like that's how it was. Like when I was in high school, we had an assistant coach who every year he'd either come back from Cameroon or come back from Haiti or come back from Africa with some 6'8", some tall African dude with either skilled or like whatever.
Who probably just wants to be like an engineer.
right. But that's the beauty of it, though.
That's the
No
beauty.
way,
That's the beauty
bro.
of it, though. The way I was told, because I went to basketball camp. Masai Ujiri, who's the president of the Toronto Raptors.
Toronto Raptors, yeah.
He runs a basketball camp in Africa called Giants of Africa. So I went to the camp when I was 13, 14, 15, and left.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing he always said was, use basketball as a tool to come to America.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to make it to the NBA, but that's a vehicle
But
for
that's
you
your-
to
that's your
yes, that's
way
your
in,
entry
yeah.
That's
point.
the vehicle
Yes.
on the way in, so you could just start doing
Be here,
other
yeah.
Other things, yes.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it, man. Like when you're, and it's weird now because I think now with the whole NIL stuff and like college basketball, can you imagine?
Oh my God.
What it would be like in high school for a guy like you?
It'd be insane because I'm so jealous of these kids. And especially
Because all this stuff, like even like going and getting like players from overseas or whatever, like it all had to be sort of like through these
it was back channels.
and like knowing a guy who knew a guy, and now it's just like
it's wide open.
yeah, it's just full blown like professionals now. Like you can go and play professional basketball as a teenager in America, where that wasn't
a thing.
It was the norm around the country, but America it was like no, they're amateurs. They can't get paid.
Amateurs, yeah. But in the world, typically when guys who didn't come to America and went overseas, like a guy like Sergio Ibaka, who went to Spain first, he was playing pro in Spain.
Yeah.
And then the team that drafted him here had to go buy him out there to bring him over.
They had to buy out his contract.
That's about his contract.
Serge was in
Yes.
Spain first.
Yes, he was in Spain. Yes, a lot of guys. Him, Bismack Biyombo. Yes, they go.
When did Luau come, or he was always here?
Luau went to school in Jersey. He went to
He went
Blair
to school,
Academy.
yeah.
So he went to
Luau,
Duke.
he went to Duke, yeah. So he
boo.
went to high school.
Boo, Duke, boo.
Now we don't got to boo Duke no more.
I'm booing Duke.
Coach K's not there no more.
Boo.
I forgot you were a Carolina girl. I always forget. Yeah.
I was mad at some guy because his name was Duke last night. I was like, boo. Get out of here.
It's really religion down there for y'all.
How you a Carolina girl? You're not from North Carolina.
I grew up there.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
it's all
fair
fucked
enough.
up.
So it's Tar Heels.
All right, Tar Heels. All right.
Tar Heels for you.
Wait, so when did you stop playing basketball?
I playing basketball about 5 years ago.
You think you could still hoop?
You don't
I
lose it.
You don't lose it. No.
Hold on, did you see Kaz play that
Yo,
game?
first off,
Cass can still play. No, Cass can still play.
First off, I can
No,
still play.
he cannot.
No,
The
I mean, I'm not
game you
saying.
came to. All right, first off, we was talking about
I got there low.
right?
Kaz was out of breath. He was just in half
You know what
court.
it is?
No,
Okay.
That's
Okay.
different. That's
Okay,
different.
okay.
Like, you're talking about endurance now.
Yes,
for that. That's
exactly.
You're not talking about the
Exactly.
Like
mechanics.
the
the
actual
mechanics.
skill.
Endurance,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we lose
You never-
that.
you know, like-
Okay, if you don't have endurance and stamina, how you gonna play the game?
Listen,
You should play
No,
3 and
see,
3.
but that's what I'm
like,
saying.
Like for me, I don't have the stamina to play full court basketball.
word. But if we got half court
Yeah,
going, I
like,
got
that's what I'm saying. So you don't
I
lose
got
it.
you a
But
bucket.
I'm not going up and down like 60 feet like just
Nah.
to play.
Bro,
Niggas
then
can't
you
do that no more.
then you can't play.
And
That's
on
not
top-
the
No.
same thing,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
And on,
That's the
top,
same
and
thing.
on top of
not the
that,
same.
like people were playing on that team. Like, yes, there were influencers there, but there were also people from like the Nigerian national team on the team.
Right.
And the
So you
guy
just
on the
gonna stand
national
half
team-
court? I got there. Kaz was like,
I was like,
I'll blame you, brother. I'll blame you, brother. Shoot, I'd have done the same thing.
That's literally
right
endurance.
strength.
Yeah.
but you wouldn't have to because all you gotta do is this.
I never
Just put
felt
your hand
more
out, just
washed.
like pick people
Nah,
off the court.
man.
See, that's what you think.
That's what
what
I
I'm
think.
saying. That's the whole
Exactly.
point. That's
For
all.
him?
No. I'm gonna tell you if I ever get on the team, I'm gonna tell
Oh,
my
you're
role
playing
is
next year.
it's rebounding, pass the ball, and run the court. It's like, come on, just run, big fella. And by the time I go up 5 times, I'm gonna be gassed because I don't have the gas tank anymore.
But he still knows the mechanics.
I still know the mechanics,
He
yeah.
can still do the X and O's, but like the
Like a-
endurance is a bitch.
If I got a rebounder to get me some shots, I'll get you
Low.
7 out of 10.
Yeah, like,
Lo, I
got
really
you.
wish you would have came with me.
I know he
'cause
probably
you
looks
would've
slow.
had-
He probably looks slow as hell. I'll probably be the same way, but I know that nigga can still ball. Like he can get some
Low,
shots
I
up.
appreciate
And I
that,
bet-
Lo.
hold on,
That's what I'm
hold on.
saying. Like, you
Hold
don't
on.
understand
Lo,
like, the mechanics of it.
Hold
You're
on.
looking at the
First of all,
physical
first of all,
aspect
first of all,
of it.
I do understand the mechanics of
No,
it.
because I'm saying
But what
I'm saying
is
they have the
you
mechanics.
would have had jokes if you would have seen
I wouldn't have been
Kaz.
joking because my ass would have been struggling too.
I'll be honest, it wasn't my best show.
Right, like, I'm not blaming
It
him.
wasn't my best show.
I got there, I asked somebody, I'm like, how's Kaz doing? They're like, terrible.
I'm like, what do you expect?
And I bet you the next minute he was hurting.
No, was I hurting?
He was hurting during the game.
I had to limp my ass home, bro.
he
It
was
was
on
crazy.
the sideline like,
The knees giving out, your
Yo.
back hurting.
That's what I'm
He's like, oh my God.
I am not
After
embarrassed for him.
after that game, I was like, I'm going back to the gym every day, just in case.
I think that's what motivated
That's what
me.
motivated me. I was like, yo, fuck that shit.
Just
I'm
in case
like,
they
never
call me
again.
as an athlete, I need to be
I
ready.
gotta be ready now, bro. Like, I'm playing against these high school kids at LA Fitness now just to stay sharp, you know what I mean?
You still
I'm
playing
like-
at LA Fitness?
Yeah, I still get some
Wow.
LA Fitness in here and there. Like, it's,
Oh my
I
God.
don't like running on the treadmill. Treadmills is just boring to me. So,
Yes,
like,
it's
I'll
very
play
boring.
and ball. I'll play some ball. I'll, hit the bike or something, sauna. But, like, just running on the treadmill, it's like, nah, I'll just go hoop.
That's boring. You should just run outside for that.
Yeah, not
Oh,
good.
okay.
Not
Cool.
good. I'm one of those people, like, if I run outside,
Hey.
I can't engage when I need to start turning back.
Or it's like how many more miles we have to get back?
Exactly.
All right. And you keep on looking at your
But
Apple
why
Watch.
do you guys think about that?
I don't like thinking about that.
You know
Like,
what it is? I think if you play basketball from a very young age,
Yeah.
after a certain point you just hate running.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my
yeah.
God. Because running was always used, and probably it's
It's
probably
a
a mental thing.
punishment. It's a punishment. Like, okay, guys, okay,
Suicide.
someone's come and get on the line.
Suicide.
Whoever doesn't touch the line or is late, hey man,
gotta do it again.
everyone's wrong, gotta
Oh,
go again.
my
And
God.
it's like, oh.
It was even worse in high school. Like, what we would do in the morning, like, we would train every day in school. And I don't know if you guys remember where St. Patrick High School was, but it's in Middle Elizabeth. And we had to run to the Goethals Bridge. If y'all know where the Goethals Bridge is at, it's the bridge that connects Jersey and Staten Island. So it's like a good 7-mile run there and back in the morning before school.
Yeah.
Then we'd have to do that run, shower, or most people didn't shower, throw their uniform back on, do school,
Yeah.
and then after school, you got basketball
Dude,
practice after that.
I
I was like, I'm never
Never
running
do-
again.
I was
Those
gonna say
schools?
my senior year, I worked out with the football players in the morning. It was like 0 period.
Mhm.
So I got to
The fuck is
experience
0 period.
It's like a period before
Before
school
school.
starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I worked out with it was like just the football team.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 girls. They ran track and me. But every time a football player, like you said, would get in trouble, it was like we all got punished for it. And that's why I was like, yeah, I'm not built for this life.
Not at all. Even in college.
Wait, why'd you get punished for? You were
Because I'm in the class. Like
Oh,
it
that's
was
right.
a 0
Okay.
period. It was a weight training class.
Oh, okay.
So every time one person fucked up, it fucked it up for everybody.
Gotcha.
And we were in North Carolina, so we have to run around the whole school block and do
Gotcha.
suicides. And I'm just like,
It's a mental block, man.
do it.
Even at this age, like
You don't want to run anywhere.
no.
It's just like, bro, I don't want to do
run.
suicides.
I'd rather-
Am I punishing myself? Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck is?
yeah, why am I doing this? Like,
Yeah, like, why am I doing this? When am I going to turn around?
I'd rather burn out on the treadmill, just knowing I could just go until I'm tired, than like run 3-4 miles,
then have to
realize
run
how
back.
far away I am from
Or
my
even
home.
walk back. It's like, why am I so far out?
Yeah.
Guys,
just
if
stayed
you
on the
guys are,
treadmill for 20
whoever's
minutes.
listening, do not listen to KAZ and Low. Get your run on.
Yes, get your run on.
Get physical.
Listen,
move
if you don't
around.
wanna-
oh,
do
you want to move
something.
around, but you want to make sure you enjoy it as well.
Right.
Yeah.
If you don't want to punish
said,
yourself,
"Fuck
don't
that."
punish yourself.
I don't run anymore. I just swim. I do swim.
Or
yeah,
that- or you can do
even
that.
better.
Yeah, I swim. Hour and a half.
I feel like I would drown.
I was about to say, like, what is a workout regimen like for you, bro? Because like I don't know if you just roll out of bed that huge, you know.
Oh,
what
no.
I'm saying? But
No,
like,
what Kaz need to be asking you is where do you get your pants?
so, stop it. All
that's
right, what are you
crazy.
talking about?
Yeah, right. What
are you talking
I gotta get
about?
on a man like that, man.
It looks fine today.
They look
That's what
fine.
Kaz needs to be asking you because
They
he
look
can't seem to
fine.
find pants that
They
fit.
look fine. They look fine.
You know what? You know what it
Oh,
is.
I got him.
These are the same
Help
pants.
him out.
These are the same pants I usually wear. I just been on the treadmill running, so they fit. So they fit a little better. So the hell with y'all. But like, now, what's a workout regimen like for you, man? Like, I know you don't just do the regular just curls, push-ups.
I have like a workout plan that I follow, which takes me about like an hour and a half,
Mhm.
and then for my cardio, I do like swimming 3 times a week, and
Yeah.
I do kickboxing.
Okay, all right. Well, kickboxing.
Yep.
Jesus
Who the
Christ.
fuck are you kicking him?
Kickboxing?
Bro.
Yeah, I do kickboxing. yeah.
Who, you?
Look at those.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
All the 7-foot niggas like, whoa,
No,
whoa,
no,
whoa,
no,
you
no.
kicking around?
I have a trainer that I work with. And
Oh,
we do
okay.
How big is
kickboxing,
he?
yeah. He's not
8'3".
They got a whole different bag for him and shit.
Nah,
like
he's about like maybe like 5'11", but he's been fighting for like 20 years. So what happened was I used to go to the gym in Orlando, and he was the coach there.
Okay.
And we'd go to this class and we'd do the class, and for the last 15-20 minutes we would spar, and I never sparred before, right? And we were sparring, and
you killed him.
no,
Oh my God.
hold on. I didn't kill him.
where
I
is
didn't
he?
kill him.
I'm trying to
I didn't kill him.
visualize how- I'm not.
I didn't
That's
kill
why
him.
I don't
Hold
want
on,
to look
hold
at
on.
him. I'm trying to
Where
visualize how
is
the
he
story's gonna
alive?
go.
No, he's alive. He's alive.
Okay.
He's alive. He's tough as nails. So like everybody in class would be scared to spar with me, but he was the only one that was like, nah, dude, I'm experienced. I'm gonna like torch you. Like I'm gonna
God,
come
you
in there and like 2-piece you, and for some weird reason, I actually enjoyed it,
Really?
and I got hooked.
What did you enjoy most about it?
The physicality.
Okay.
Is that when you hold on? Because I want to get into how the fuck you decided to wrestle.
Yeah. So
is
the
that- is that what-
transition.
is that what
Yeah,
happened?
I think there's a segue that we're.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm saying, is that what happened?
No, that's not what happened.
Oh.
No. This is like during. This is after wrestling.
Okay.
This is what I
Alright.
do now.
All right, so let's
let's
rewind
double back?
it back
Okay.
to Montrose Christian. You got this highly ranked basketball program. You know what I'm saying? You recruited
fresh from a new country.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? How's your English when you?
No, my English is pretty good.
English is
yeah,
straight?
my English
Okay.
is really good. Yeah.
All right, so you get to a new country and you're traveling all around the country in America, playing the top high school
Dude,
basketball.
I
teams.
remember my sophomore year.
Yeah.
We went to I don't know if you've been to this tournament. It's called the Yalani Classic in Hawaii.
Nah, I didn't play in that.
We
tournament,
went to.
I heard of it though.
We went to Hawaii for 10 days.
Oh,
It was wild.
oh,
I remember getting up the airport.
In high school?
Yes. This
What?
is. He knows this like this high this is like top high schools. Nike sponsored, Jordan sponsored. Like we're traveling. Like we went to Hawaii for 10 days for a tournament.
like if you're like a top 50 ranked high
Yes.
school program, like
That
sneaker
is
companies will
dope.
pay
For anything and everything.
Anything. Yep.
take care of y'all.
That's
We
dope.
our school was sponsored by Nike, so we would I think Montrose Christian was sponsored by Nike too. So they
Jordan brand.
Jordan brand.
Jordan
Oh, my fault. Jordan brand.
Ah,
My fault.
Well, an extension of Nike.
Yes, but yeah. So Hawaii. So what happened in Hawaii?
Man, it was we lost the championship to Oak Hill.
okay.
But it was crazy because like a lot
Right
of
back to Oak Hill.
I always Oak Hill because there's a lot of like NBA guys in that. It was
Yeah.
like DeMarcus Cousins.
Oh,
What's his name? Sydney. What's his name? He was a big kid. He was like number 2 in the country at that time.
Sydney. Oh, geez.
And then Brittany Young was in that tournament as
Okay,
well.
I know Whitney Young. Mhm.
Jordan was there at the tournament. Michael Jordan himself was
Really?
there. Yeah, he came to watch his sons play. He was when Jeffrey and Marcus were on the
Okay.
team.
Brought that
Okay.
BDE,
And,
see?
yeah.
Them niggas suck. Them niggas
said-
suck.
He said,
Them niggas suck.
See, that's the
niggas
problem.
suck.
That's the problem, yo.
Why am I a problem?
They
Niggas suck.
They didn't suck. They're Michael Jordan's kids.
It's hard. It's hard.
How
It's hard
you
when
gonna
your
live
dad
up
is
to
a
what
Hall
I'm
of Famer.
saying?
I gotta live up to be Michael Jordan's kids, yo.
Wait,
They
Like,
suck.
Well, they don't play, right?
No, they
Nah,
don't play
they don't play
anymore.
anymore.
They don't
So
play
they
anymore.
probably did suck.
All right, thank you.
well, look at Bronny's kids. It's not that easy. You know
It's
what
not
I'm saying?
easy, man. It's not
I don't
easy.
think they
Kids?
wanted to play either.
Who?
Who?
Michael Jordan's sons.
I'm sure they did, but once they figured out, like,
But
hey.
Jordan also did what? Baseball, golf, gamble. You know.
I
But
don't know.
Marcus
probably-
Jordan is his. I think Marcus is
Marcus
like
is doing his own thing.
killing
He's
it
killing it
now,
right now.
like,
What is he doing?
He has like his sneaker store in Orlando. He's
Yeah.
doing his
Oh,
own
okay,
thing. Yeah.
That's dope.
yeah.
Well,
So-
And I think he's like dating
hold
Scottie
on.
Pippin's
to be
No,
fair,
ex-wife
that
right
was
now.
no,
false.
that's Martin's daughter, right?
No, that was false.
It was false.
Yeah, that was false.
That was false,
Yeah.
all
Well,
right.
there was a story about.
Because
that.
I read it.
About what? Oh yeah, because he said he has a sneaker store. He's killing it. I'm like,
Why do you say it like
He had
that?
a little bit
because
of
first of all,
advantage.
he's already Jordan's son. Like he doesn't need much.
See,
So
that-
he's
but
probably
that's-
bored, and he just opened up a sneaker
No,
store.
but he's passionate about it because I've been to the store. It's actually really nice. It's
Yeah.
actually a really nice.
I've heard-
Because
no,
he has
no, he's
nothing
a-
else
no,
to be
he's-
passionate about.
That's not
nice.
fair.
You're
They don't
that's
do that.
not
They
nice.
don't do that.
You're
Don't
Michael
do it.
Jordan's
So,
kid.
like, you can still he could have been
You don't
passionate
think
about
he
a
has
lot
to deal
of
with
shit.
that his whole
Yeah,
life?
like don't do
Like
that.
that comes with his own set of problems too.
Which is
Yeah.
why he opened a sneaker store. He said, "You know what? Fuck it. Let me do
So
something."
he can't just be
for
passionate about
myself.
sneakers.
Could you imagine being like, what are you really passionate about?
Let me sell my dad's
no
kid.
matter what your passion is, like, oh well, you got some help from doing that. It's just
Yeah.
like, oh come on.
There's also the
man.
pressure to be like, yo, I have to be.
I got to do
as
my
good
own
or
shit.
live
Yeah.
up to this
Yeah.
thing, you know.
Yeah.
So let me. Never mind. All
So
right.
anyway,
never mind.
Whitney Young, Hawaii, Jordan's there.
Do that
Wow.
tournament, come back home. After Montrose, I'm just gonna speed through it.
Uh-huh.
Montrose, I went to the University of South Florida in Tampa.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, Taco
And-
Fall went also.
No,
Another-
no. He went to UCF.
UC.
That's
Okay.
in Orlando.
I always get them too confused.
So
My bad.
it's UCF, Central Florida, and South Florida.
There was no coincidence there that UCF and USF had two like 7'4" huge Africans on their
Fair.
team. But go ahead.
I was there, and during my freshman year, I found out I had a brain tumor.
Oh wow, yes.
Yeah,
okay.
I have a pituitary tumor and had to take it out, which has kind of affected my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and from there on, basketball kind of went
Oh my
downhill.
gosh.
Yeah.
Let's not breeze through that whole thing. So
Yeah.
you find out you
How
have a,
you just he just slid that in there.
He was like,
You're
yeah,
trying to
you
be
know,
like,
I
yeah, I
had
had a
a brain
brain
tumor
tumor, life went crazy, and then here I am.
So how did this like? How did you discover? I'm assuming it was what a physical that you went to.
Nah,
or
not at all.
What
So
happened?
during my freshman year, I did all the physicals,
Mm-hmm.
and nothing came out.
Okay.
This I had an a large heart, but I'm a big guy.
You're a big
so they're like,
dude.
all right. And then it was my redshirt year. We're playing Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Won the game, overtime. That Monday, my head coach Stan Heath gets an email
Yeah.
from the president of the university.
Oh shit.
Right. So this email was sent from a medical doctor to the president, and my head coach was CC'd. So he was the third person on the email.
Wow.
Right? So I go in, we had classes that day. I go in for practice, trying to get taped. I was rehabbing because I just tore my ACL again. So I was coming back from my ACL rehabilitation. And then they told me, I'm getting taped. They said, nah, stop. Go upstairs, go to the coach. I'm like,
What I do?
what I do? Nah, yeah, I'm like, oh my God.
What I do?
Like, what did they find?
I go upstairs. I'm like, hey, coach. He's like, come in. He's like, sit down. I'm like, oh, what's he about to tell me? He's like, turns his monitor around. He says, read this email. And he goes like, hey, my name is Dr. David Vesely. I was at the basketball game yesterday. I saw one of the athletes, Jordan Omogbehin, which is my real name. Based on his features, how big his hands are, how large his stature is.
Damn. Hold
I
on.
think he has
What's going on?
a pituitary tumor.
So he just saw that from like watching you.
Yes.
Just watching you
Just
physically.
watching
like,
me, yes.
yo.
Yes.
Was it like,
That's a good doctor.
were you moving like stagnant or were you moving
No,
like
I wasn't playing.
irregular? Oh, you weren't playing.
I was a red shirt.
Okay.
So
Okay.
Yeah, I
he
wasn't
just
playing.
looked you up and down.
He
And was
just looked me
like,
up and down. And
He just knew like off the rip.
off the rip, right? And I'm reading this email, and I'm just like,
And you
Come
don't
on,
feel
man.
you don't feel any different.
nothing,
Okay.
right? And my coach is like, hey, man, it seems like this dude is very powerful,
Yeah.
so we have to go do all this tests. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do the MRI because that's going to make sure y'all can leave me alone. I can go back to my rehab and
Right.
get back to playing.
Right.
Scheduled the MRI that Wednesday. I do it. The following Monday, do the whole study hall classes, go for practice, right?
Mhm.
They're like, nah, go upstairs.
And still you don't feel anything different.
Nothing. Everybody's in the room.
oh,
The
wow.
president is there. My coaches are in there.
The president of the university.
Yeah, the medical staff is in there, and I'm just like,
What is this? An intervention?
Right. Yeah. Like what the
Yeah.
hell?
they pull out the MRI thingy,
Yeah.
and that's how it's so hard to read. And the doctor's like, "Hey, man, this is the MRI of your brain. You see that there's a little dot right there." I was like, "Yup." He said, "That's a pituitary tumor. Have that taken out because you're either gonna go blind or have a heart attack."
Oh,
And like less than like 2 months.
And you were what, 19, 20 years old?
I was like 19, freshman
So
year,
you gotta talk to
19.
him. What'd your mom say?
My mom was, because my mom was back home in Nigeria, so she was almost had a heart attack.
But there's kind of a blessing there because if he was back in Nigeria,
I wouldn't have had the
You would
medical
never
care.
known,
Exactly,
yeah.
you would never known.
Mhm.
And it was like it literally broke me down, and it messed with me for a long time because I don't know if you guys know anything about the pituitary. That's like a lot of where your hormones are. So if anybody goes in there and they touch anything, it messes up your whole hormonal system.
wow.
Really?
So like they went in there, got it out, and it was a whole. They went through my nose.
Oh my God.
Yeah, sorry, dude. I remember. I'm gonna tell the story.
They ain't put you to
My
sleep or
mom,
nothing?
huh?
They ain't put you to sleep or anything?
No, I was asleep. No,
Oh,
you go to
okay,
sleep.
okay.
No.
I thought
I
you
was in the hospital for like 5 days.
Okay.
Oh wow.
I remember my adopted mom, Miss Shirley. She lives up in Pennsylvania. She came out to school. So
Shout out Miss Shirley.
Yeah,
Oh,
Miss Shirley. Yeah, love you,
Miss
mom.
Shirley's just sound
Ah,
nice.
she's a
That
sweetheart.
sounds like a pleasant
Yes.
ass.
Hi, Miss Shirley.
She's a sweetheart, and she comes. They fly up there. She's there with me, and after they did the surgery, they pack your nose up with like this gauze, bothering me. I'm just like, you know what? I'm ready to take it out. So
Wrong move.
the PA was like, you know, I spoke to the doctor. We can take it out. I'm like, let's go. So he comes in, and my mom is right there. She's looking, pulling it, and it just hit pop.
Oh.
I look down, blood everywhere.
God.
I look at her, and she's terrified. I look at my mom. She's terrified. I'm terrified. I thought my brain had popped.
Oh my
My
God.
brain's on my
I
shirt.
put my brain on my nose, goddamn.
It looked like a horror movie. Like,
Oh
like
my
there's just
God.
blood all over my gown. I'm just like, oh my God.
Did it hurt?
It didn't hurt.
It
It
didn't
didn't hurt. It was just like leftover residual
Yeah, of
blood.
course,
Yes.
of course.
Oh,
But-
Jesus.
But to,
The sight of it.
yeah,
was
the setup was
ridiculous.
scary.
Yeah.
But to go back to the story, and then had to get did the surgery. I couldn't really bend over
Yeah.
for a while to like keep my nose
Yeah.
right, and had to get
Why
back
is this
into
funny
it.
to you?
Huh?
Why is this
'Cause he
funny
made
to
it
you?
clear.
Clearly, yeah. Like, I'm not laughing. It's like,
I'm over here terrified. He's
any laughs got to come from him and not us.
Like, yeah, they pulled my nose and my brain kind
He
of.
can laugh at this shit now.
Yeah, no. But to be honest though,
We're over here horrified.
to be honest though, at that time when I first got the news, it was terrifying because like I actually broke down. It's just I really don't have my blood is not here. It's just me.
Yeah.
And they just put this whole weight on this young kid. And now that I look back at it, I just said to myself, "Damn, you're pretty strong."
I was about to
19
say,
in a row because it was a lot put on my shoulder. I remember me breaking down and like going in the height of just balling my ass out because this is like a completely curveball. Because I told my ACL twice. I'm just like, ACL, I can come back from that.
Yeah.
Like rehab, jump in the pool. I'm like, that's easy. But this one's just like, it's completely out of my control.
But my brain coming out of my nose? How can I recover?
That's insane.
Yeah, so like, it was like out of my control. So I just had to like, just let it go. I said to myself, you know what? I'm just going to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And just being the president, just trusting God that he has a bigger plan for me. That's what I ended up doing. And I did the surgery. That whole summer training, I gained a whole bunch of weight. My hormone levels were all over the place. Come to find out, it's called the IGF-1 levels, which is your growth hormone, was still pretty high.
Yeah.
So I had to be put on medication. So I come back that whole year, I'm on medication. Like it's like some crazy ass special medication that you have to take like once a month. And no lie, for like 3 days, this medication would. Like I'm talking about like nausea.
What were the side effects?
Nausea, puking, dehydration, and I just had to play basketball and practice.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember one game when the Pittsburgh I had to play Steven Adams.
Oh my gosh! Shout out Steven Adams he's on the Grizzlies right now.
Yeah. And I look at the game, I'm like, how the heck did I defend this dude?
I'm about to say
I was just like,
he's not a finesse player, if you know.
And he was like, and I was just like, I made it through, but it was hard. And then went home that summer, got in shape, got everything. Ready to like come back for the season, and they're like, we think we're gonna go back again for another time.
Oh my god!
So I had to bring surgery.
What?
Yeah, so they went back again, and then the messy thing about that whole second surgery was after it, they found out that my levels were almost normal.
Yeah.
So I didn't really need the surgery, and I remember my fiance. She almost went crazy. She almost about to kill the doctor in the hospital. She's like, "Why the hell did you do this?" Like he's like getting ready for basketball, and it was just a lot. And then since then, you know, I'm on medication every day. So I take medication every day for my hormones and stuff like that to keep me in check.
So it keeps you from being nauseous. It keeps from the side effects. Or keeps you...
So the medication I take stops my body from using the growth hormones. Because if not, I just keep on. Because I have pretty much the same thing that Andre the Giant has.
Right.
But mine is a little bit different.
Okay.
Than his, because like mine is like he had like acromegaly, which is what this is called.
Right.
But me, I have acromegaly. And I have gigantism.
Yes,
and
that's what I heard.
And I have partial Cushing's disease. So like I have like a mixture of all three. Like it was like a
cocktail.
So I keep growing. Yes, essentially.
Nigga, you still growing?
Nah. So I wouldn't be growing. I wouldn't be growing height wise. I'll be growing weight wise.
Okay, all right.
Exactly.
I ain't been asking like that, but I'm
no. I know what you mean.
How? Like, when does it stop?
I know what you mean. So the medication I take stops my body from using the growth hormone.
Gosh. All right. So man, that's incredible.
Wait, hold on. So I have a question.
Yes.
I didn't know that when you came by yourself.
Yes. 15 years old.
How does that work?
You're on the plane by yourself.
No, but like,
I'm sure you
where
like
do
lived
you
with Miss Shirley or lived with the coach.
Actually, no, not at all.
That's what I'm
not at all. So no. So
that
at
work?
Montrose Christian, we had a basketball house. I just stayed at the
dorms.
We had the dorms there, so we just at the basketball house. It was like 2 minutes from the school, walking distance from the school. So that's where I stayed.
But that's scary to
A
go
lot
to
of
a whole
people-
different country.
it-
without
it-
your
it is.
But like he
family?
said, like you use basketball as a tool.
As a tool, yes.
To start a life or continue a life.
I
Joel-
understand
Joel-
that, but I'm
True.
just asking how that works because you're 15.
Joel
It's just
Embiid
like
does it. Every
pretty much every
athlete has done it.
Yes, international athletes done it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Because like for me, it was just like a thing where like my mom and my dad, we all sat down and said, "Hey, man," because originally my mom, myself, and my younger brother were supposed to come together,
Mm-hmm.
but since I had a scholarship and they didn't really have any things to bring them over, their process was going to take a lot longer than mine. So
You couldn't lose that on that opportunity.
Yeah. So they decided to let's ship him over by himself. And I remember when I was flying over, I landed in the Atlanta airport and I got lost. Actually, no, we got to the airport and there was like a traffic.
I still get lost there.
There was like traffic on the tarmac, which I thought you'd just land and check out. There's like, no, there's traffic. I'm like, so we were there for like 40 minutes. I missed my connecting flight to Maryland. So I'm stuck in Atlanta. I get lost in the airport. I have $1,000. My whole family gathered up some money and gave me $1,000. I'm like, you know what? January, I'm in America. Gonna treat myself.
No story has ever ended
like
the way.
that. I know.
Oh, no.
So you know what? I'm gonna treat myself.
Oh, no,
How
I'm
did it end?
gonna treat myself. And I remember right before I came, my cousins had just come from overseas. You know, you have this sports cousins, they go overseas, come back home with this nice stuff. So I'm like, they come back home, I see an iPod video. I'm like, whoa, what is this? You can twist it up, you can watch some videos, listen to music. I was just enamored with it. I'm like, I'm gonna get me one of these one day. So when I'm in Atlanta Airport, I'm like, I'm gonna get me an iPod video. So I go to the first, what's it, what's some of that store, the information?
Yeah.
I saw it, made a beeline for it. I'm like, hey, do you have any iPods? They're like, it's Christmas, so we sold. I'm like, dang it. I'm like, okay, so what's your next best thing? He's like, you have this, a Microsoft Zoom. It does the exact same thing.
Not a bad substitute.
What? Not a bad
It's like the
substitute.
South Park.
I mean, for
Zune. Like,
for someone
you probably
that
didn't know better.
that's
at
what
the
I'm
time.
saying.
I did
For
not.
him, I'm like, that's probably the next best thing for
But
him.
they told me it was like 400 gigs. You can put all this video and music on
They
it.
sold it to you.
They did, and I bought it too. I bought it for like $400.
Hey man, but I bet it rocked out for the first couple
Dude,
of months.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now
I-
you're down to 600.
You loved it, right?
No, I loved it. Oh my
See?
gosh.
That's what I'm saying. It's the next best thing for him.
That was my companion for like a while. Because like I'll put music on it. Like I love that thing, right?
And you got to think like he's coming from Nigeria, so he's not like really up on electronics and everything. So
but
like,
then he got to get to his American teammates, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, pretty much. Everybody had an iPod. Yes, pretty much.
They're like, "Boo."
Everybody had an iPod, and it's just me with the Zoom. I'm like, you know what? It worked. I like it. It's video, audio.
does it work for you? Like,
it does.
all right,
Exactly.
that's all that matters. That's all. If you like it, I love it. That's all that matters.
So cute.
That is hilarious.
And then I remember like the Delta people put me in the hotel. I got to the hotel, there was some pizza and wings. I'm in the
There
hotel
you go.
chilling.
That's
My
good.
family's back
With your
home.
Zoom.
Yeah, I couldn't even use it.
I'm about to say you have nothing to connect it to.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
it's just a
I couldn't use it. And my family's back home panicking. I'm in the
Hotel
I'm in the
just
hotel
chilling.
eating
He's like
pizza
Home
and
Alone.
wings.
Bro, he was like Home Alone. He was like, everybody's worried.
I remember paying for the pizza, getting all this change back. I'm like, what am I
is
gonna
this?
do? What am I gonna do with all this change? I was like, all right, put it in my pocket.
That is incredible.
Nah,
man.
that's a good ending to I'm gonna treat myself.
All right, so
That was a good
so you got pizza, wings, Zoom player. Fast forward past college, you got 2 brain surgeries. You got an ACL surgery.
Yes.
You're getting ready to, I guess, have another basketball season, and then this is when you kind of come at a crossroads.
And actually, not really. I graduated. I finished early at South Florida, and then we had
Nigerian gonna finish school early. I know that much. That happens.
Did you finish school early?
Sure didn't. Go ahead.
He's also a transplant, though.
I'm like, did you finish
I'm
early?
first generation, man.
He said, I had to
Listen,
switch it up for us.
listen. If I truly believe if I was born in Nigeria and brought here, I would have graduated college in like 2
Kaz,
years.
I feel like they
least.
would have brought you here.
I would have. Yeah, I would have.
You were probably this big in high school.
So
they were probably like, "Come
I
on."
was a skinny 6'3". I put on the weight afterwards, but you know, I had a little bungees here and there. That was it. Had no left hand, but I could jump and shoot, and that was the long and short.
That's
of
all
it.
you needed, man.
That's all you need.
Mechanics right there.
Yeah. But all right. So what happens? What you graduated?
I graduated from South Florida, and I was gonna stay there. And they had like a whole coaching change, fired everybody, brought in a new coach from Kentucky, and I wanted to stay there.
Yeah.
Trained the whole summer, and he was like, you know what? Nah, we don't need you. And I was pissed because
Really?
in summertime is when you get your scholarships to transfer, and pretty much everything I dried up. So I ended up going to Morgan State for a year.
Okay.
Went to Morgan State for a year.
You went to Morgan State?
Yeah, I was in Morgan State for a year.
HBCU. All right. So
Yeah, I went
that
to
must
Morgan,
have
yeah.
that must have
So-
changed a lot of your perspective of America going to HBCU.
Yes, in some ways, the athletics was completely different, and then I realized how underfunded they were as a state school. That was something that was very apparent to me at that point. And the basketball wasn't.
No, it's not the same level at all.
It wasn't the same level, but also it was just like it was probably one of the worst experiences of my life, college-wise.
Really?
Yes, basketball-wise, but
And just to
but
rewind real
as a
quick,
student, it was amazing.
USF was in the Conference USA at this point?
Nah, we're in the Big East.
You're in the Big East?
We're in the
Oh,
Big
yeah,
East,
so
yeah.
that's
But
different.
yes, we're in the Big East.
Your accent came out. I said, y'all went to Biggie's.
No, Big East.
No,
Biggie, sorry, my bad.
You said the accent came out?
the accent came
Where
out.
the fuck you been for the last 40 minutes?
No, it came out with that word. He said, we went to
Nigga,
Biggie's.
like,
I said, what?
She said the accent came out.
It
Bro,
came out-
I heard
it came
as
out
soon as he
thicker.
sat down.
Came out full force.
Yo,
Nah,
turn
the
her
biggest-
headphones up real quick so she can hear who we're talking to.
Hey, turn my headphones up.
So your headphones up, Goo.
So Morgan State, we're here.
So Morgan State, it was amazing because like I got to experience culture. Like I mean,
Yeah.
I've been most of my teammates all black American,
Yeah.
so like to be immersed in that culture and living in Baltimore was actually when I was there was when they shot Freddie Gray. So I was there for that whole riot in Baltimore.
Man.
I was there, so I remember all that going on, and then that was a really low point because I was depressed, ready to quit basketball. I was out of it, and then I remember moving back to Florida. Me and my girl button heads, and then ended up going to a D2 school in what's the name of this town? I'm in the brain fart right now. It's in Tennessee.
Okay.
In Bristol, Tennessee.
Okay. Okay.
King University. And I got my master's in business there, played
Nice.
there, graduated, and then went to. That's a different story. You guys want to get into that story?
Yeah,
Go to
come
Cali?
on, man. We're here. We got,
Wait,
we got the
I'm
time
just
for it.
like, all right, good. I'll say
Because I
this
feel like
question.
a lot of people know. We'll get into the wrestling stuff later,
All
but
right.
like I don't think we know the journey to
Journey.
get there.
Okay, so while I was in South Florida, I met this guy through a friend. He was like a basketball agent. So when I finished at King, he was like, "Hey man, come out here, train, blah 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 blah, get you to the G League." I'm like, "Okay, cool." After I graduated, I said, "You know what? Because I believe in you,
Mm-hmm.
I'll buy my ticket to Reno, Nevada.
Mm-hmm.
Go out to Reno, Nevada, get there. This dude is living in a 1-bedroom apartment."
Is it like the movie Hustle on Netflix?
Yeah, pretty much, man. I got there. He's in a 1-bedroom apartment. I'm like, what the heck did I come into? And he's having me sleep in his bedroom. He's sleeping in the living room. I'm just like, I don't like
It's
this.
not
I don't
This
like
is-
this.
I'm like, this is not it, right? And he's like, no, it's okay. We try to figure some things out. Training. And then we go to a bar one day. We meet this guy. He's like, hey, I have my buddy in California, San Diego. They run Dream Vision, AU basketball program, and they're having a whole house of kids just staying in training. Maybe you might want to go there. I was like, cool. He's like, let me call him real quick.
Yeah.
Call him. The guy's like, hey, come down. Drive down to San Diego, do the workout. He's like, hey, man, we have a house here for the summer. If you want to stay here, you can stay. His name is James Warren. He's like, you can stay here if you want to. And I'm like, really? He was like, yeah. That's all about food, housing.
Yeah.
We take care of everything. Just come and train and put the work in. I'm like, I'm in.
Got it.
I'm out.
The guy went back to Serena. I'm like, nah, I ain't coming back with you, man. Ship my stuff right here. I'm like, I'm not going back to Reno with you, ship my stuff. And I ended up being in San Diego for like almost 2 years.
Okay.
And I was training and
At that house, so you stayed there for about 2 years.
yeah, I stayed with them in San Diego for about 2 years and I was training. The kids left and they just kept on training me. And I was actually supposed to go to China.
Was there any kids that ended up playing pro or playing high level
One,
college?
Kyrie Walker.
Oh, okay, no, Kyrie from New York. Here.
Yep,
Yeah,
Kyrie
no,
Walker. Yeah, played from Gym Vision. Yeah, Kyrie. Well, yeah.
Okay.
So Kyrie was one of the kids. So Kyrie, Shabazz,
Mm-hmm.
and it was time for me to go to Asia, and they're like, "Nah, dude, you go over there. You're not coming back here." I'm like, no.
Right.
I have a medical treatment here. There's no way I'm leaving this country at all. So we had to figure that stuff out. And then I was like, I have to move back. I can't stay here forever. Move back to Tampa, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to go. I went to my parents' house for like a week. But you know how it is, trying to figure out your life out.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on the rents.
Nah,
Because they're
it's
like,
not fun.
what do you want to do with your life? I'm just like,
Right.
I was just ready for that right now.
I'll
I'm
do
like,
anything.
You went
Yeah.
back to Miss Shirley or your real
I did.
parents came?
No, Miss Shirley. I went back to, I called it my rents. So I went to their house and I'm just like, I love you, but like I need to get up out of here.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to.
You're at that age.
Yeah, I'm
where
at that
it's
age.
like,
I think I was like 24, 25.
Uh-huh.
All right, it's
And
time
I'm
for me
like,
to go.
yeah, I was like, I need to get up out of here. My girl was like, hey, calm down to Tampa. Go down to Tampa. Was living with her and her parents for like about a year. She's depressed. I'm depressed. She just getting her master's, couldn't get a job, trying to get to medical school.
Mm-hmm.
We're buddy heads. Relationship is on the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And broke as a joke.
It's all
just lining up.
Yeah, all those boxes of checks are like,
Yeah.
yo, I gotta make some shit shake.
And
soon.
she's looking at me. I'm looking at her. She's like, man, how is it gonna work out? I'm like, to be honest,
Like, I don't know.
I get it, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. You
I
got
don't
any
know.
ideas?
There's not many
And then-
things a guy like you could just like.
dude, I tried to get a job. I literally tried. I remember like getting suits, having a resume, because I have a LinkedIn.
Right.
Having the whole LinkedIn page, trying to get a job. I mean, I'm going.
Is the LinkedIn still active?
It's still active.
Look it up. Somebody look it up.
Pull that up, Jay.
Pull up his LinkedIn.
Dude, for real. And I'm going to trying to get all these jobs, and I'm like, hey man, I have an MBA project management. I'm trying to get a job in $25K. I'm like, yo, what the hell am I going to do with $25K? I'm in my girl's parents' house, and her parents are Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
And that is.
Hold on, what was that?
We've
so is this
I've
so-
dealt with Caribbean.
Yeah.
Caribbean parents.
Yeah.
You
So,
know,
like-
you know.
What's the problem?
So like, her dad is from like a small island called Nevis.
Oh, I know
And
Nevis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like very old Caribbean. They're
Yeah,
from New
old
York
school.
too, but he's like old school.
They're not that old
Caribbean.
school if they let you stay there.
Old school.
That's a good point.
No.
My dad would
No.
never.
That's a very good
Old
point.
school in the point where he's like, this is the dude that wants to marry my daughter. I can feel like
Right. So you felt that every day.
Oh,
when-
I
yeah,
felt that.
okay,
He didn't say that to me because, like,
But you know
I know he had
energy-
love for me,
you know
but I know
energy.
the energy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, now, like, this is the dude.
This is the dude.
This is the guy. Like, oh my
This is it.
God, this is it.
This is it. This is where it stops.
What did my daughter sign up for? So I felt that energy. He didn't have to say verbally. I just felt it because I knew if I had a daughter,
I look at
at
the
you
same
like,
way. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Who what the hell? Like him?
Yeah.
So I was like ready to leave that place, and I was like, oh my gosh, trying to figure out what to do. And then double back, I remember before I went to Morgan State, after Morgan State, I had tried to come for a try for WWE, and I was supposed to come.
But what made you? Where did that fit in? What made you want to even try for that?
Like, did you
But
show
when I
up
was in
or
college-
did somebody come?
Okay, so what happened was I was done with basketball. The way, how everything went down to Morgan State, I was just over basketball. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go do wrestling. Reached out to them, had a tryout, had everything, and then was actually supposed to travel for the tryout. It was like 2014.
Okay.
As I'm about to go, I told one of my buddies, he's like, hey man, so if you go, your college career is done. I'm like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, because that's considered a gift.
You're professional.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
yeah,
so
yeah.
if you pick that, you can't play basketball anymore. I'm like, so like, one of these, I have 2 years left. I still want to use it just in case I need it.
Right.
So I put it on hold. So to fast forward, to come back to the present, trying to apply for so many jobs, couldn't get anything.
Yeah.
And then my best friend, who I'm in California, he's like, hey, why don't you reach out to WWE again and see what goes on? I'm like, the worst thing they can say is no, and you're back to square one. Where you are right now, it doesn't matter. I'm like, you know what?
Okay.
Not a bad,
Not a bad idea.
Out of everything going on right now, it doesn't sound too bad.
Exactly. So I go through my emails, scouring through my emails, find a guy. This is were you there when Canyon was
I know
there?
Canyon, yeah.
So it was Canyon. So
Okay.
look for his emails, found it, sent him an email like, hey, how you doing? Just wanted to reach out to you. Hope all is well. Just let me know if there's anything available. And a week goes by, nothing happens. And that weekend, me and my girl, we're helping a friend dox it. They had a dog, so we're helping them dox it, right? So Sunday, I get an email like noon. It's like, hey, how you doing? Long time. Hope all is well. Where are you currently? I'm like, hey man, I'm in Tampa. Blah 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 blah. He's like, can you talk? I'm like, yes.
Yes.
He said, what's your number? He calls me like 20 minutes later, like, hey, so where are you? I'm like, I'm in Tampa. He says, can you come for a tryout in Orlando on Tuesday? I'm like, I'm there. Pay to account.
You didn't know what a
This is
tryout.
no, hold on. Before I even get to that, this is gonna sound very bad. And just understand, at this point, I'm still working on getting my papers.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And I just got my EAD, which means you can work here legally. And I didn't know how to drive.
Oh God.
man.
Hold on.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I was
God.
getting to.
Oh,
and
boy.
It's okay. You sound like every New Yorker.
okay. And my girl, my fiance, she had to drive me to the
Orlando.
tryout. Yes, Orlando.
Well, that's what
That's
she's supposed to be.
She's supposed to hold it
She
down.
held you down, definitely. No,
Because she went.
Okay, hold on.
I feel like
Hold on.
there's more.
Okay, there's more because since we've been together for almost 10 years,
Yeah.
and throughout the duration of us being together, she's for the first 6, she was essentially my driver because I couldn't drive.
and you
So y'all
probably
get it.
and you probably can't like afford a car that will probably
but it's like,
fit you. too.
clearly she cares about you because she got you in her parents' house, and then
Nah,
like,
she does, man. She does.
Yeah.
Y'all are bumping heads, and y'all are still trying to figure shit out. You're broke, she's broke. So yeah, her being the driver, it's like
I mean,
All right,
women,
that's not bad out of everything that's going
but that's
on.
nothing to us when we love somebody. It's
Yes,
like,
that's what
where
I'm
you need me
saying.
to take you?
Yes, listen.
So-
I'm gonna teach you how to drive too. But
Wise
also,
man once said,
she probably taught you how to drive.
No, her dad told me how to drive.
Yeah,
so
she was over it. Dad,
Nah.
teach him.
Get this nigga right.
man.
pretty much.
Wise man once said, "There's beauty in the struggle, man." And
Yeah,
that's,
man.
That's what
Yeah,
it
of
is,
course.
bro. So you get to the tryout.
So I get
mean,
to try out. I didn't know what to expect. It was a private tryout. It was just me and a couple of other guys, and I do this tryout. And I remember I was nervous actually that morning. My hands was I typically don't sweat out of my palms, and I was sweating.
Right.
And she was just like, "Hey, just go there, do this, and just be yourself. Don't try to be anything else." I'm like, "Okay." Just give me a kiss. Go there. She goes back to Orlando to go watch Tampa to go watch the dog.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing this tryout, and I remember the first time we had Robbie Brookside and Johnny Moss.
Yes.
And we hitting the ropes, doing the rolls, and we're doing the lockups, the first lockup, and he's like, "Give me more." In his British accent. My accent is terrible. He's
Give
like,
me
"Come
more,
on."
mate.
He's like, "Give me more, mate." And I'm just like, I'm like, more? Because in basketball, I always felt like I was always caged in the box. There's only so much I could do. I
Right.
couldn't always be too physical because I would
Right.
hurt somebody. And he was like, "Come on, mate, give me more, give me more." I'm like, "All right." And I'm giving him more. And I felt like,
Did you hurt him?
no, I didn't hurt him.
I
But
feel
for
like
me,
every story's gonna end in. So
no,
he's
no,
dead.
no.
I'm like, what happened?
So I kind of broke him in half by accident.
I didn't mean to.
So it felt like I had been let out of the cage. I could just be me.
Yeah.
And that was, during that tryout, I literally fell in love with wrestling.
Mm.
Like that was it. And my mind was made like, oh my gosh, this is fun. Like I want to do this.
Yeah.
And did a tryout. They asked me to go do some weights. I did that. And I come downstairs and my bloom
Mm-hmm.
and kind of in the hall we're like, "Hey man, everybody loves you. The coaches love you. If you want to do this,
It's here.
it's here."
And-
I'm just like, and in my mind, I'm like, "Wait, what? You guys just offered me a
I'm
job?
like, that's it? Like,
Oh, yeah.
job.
Well, you gotta understand, man. Like a guy like you is so much more beneficial to them because they 7'4" guys aren't just walking around like that want to wrestle. Also,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. I wasn't
Right.
privy to that. So to me, I was just like, "Wait, y'all,
like
yeah,
me?
like me? Like
Yeah.
you guys want to give me a job?" They're like, "No, yeah, go home, talk about it." I'm like, "Okay." So I go back to the hotel. And I'm watching Raw that night, and I call my fiance. I'm like, "Hey, babe, she's like, how was it?" I'm like, "It was great." I said, "You want to know what's funny?" She said, "What?" I said, "I actually really enjoyed this." And she was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "Yes." She's like, "Okay, all right." And what happened? I'm like, "They offered me a job." She's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yes."
Wow.
So what are you going to do? I'm like, "I don't know." I said, "Okay, let's fill it out." And this is where they used to tape NXT on Tuesdays.
Okay.
And they would shoot for like the whole month.
Okay.
So I go to the tapings on Tuesday and watch the whole thing. And that night, I was like, "Hey, come with me." We go to Gorilla.
Mhm.
I walk in. It's
People don't know. Gorilla is the room
there's a room before you go out.
before you go out to the
ring-
house.
To the house,
to
yes.
to the crowd.
To the crowd, yes.
Like right when you go out the, you know the
crowd
big
is the
entrance.
house. Yeah.
Yes.
You know the big entrance where the wrestlers come out of.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a little room,
Yes.
where at this point Vince McMahon, Triple H, all the big bosses sit there.
there,
and,
yes.
They're pretty much like the control center of the whole show.
Pretty much the production room is like there's like that ADR
Yeah, like
room.
this area.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Right.
So I walk in, I look to my right, it's Shawn Michaels. I'm like, "Oh my, Shawn Michaels." Like, holy, he's just sitting down casually.
The GOAT.
The GOAT.
Mhm.
And I look over and I see Triple H. I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh."
Yeah.
And he puts his headphones down and gets up like, "Hey, young man, how you doing?" I'm just
Chilling.
Crazy.
and he's like, "Hey, man, you know the funny thing is, I was just asking Kenny about you. Like, what happened to that big guy that was going to come a couple years ago?" And I'm just like, "Wait, what?"
What?
Yeah. I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, man, I'm glad to have you here. Like, how'd you like it?" I said, "I loved it." He's like, "You know what? If you want to go play basketball, go do that. You was going to have a job here."
Wow.
And I'm just like, "Oh,
Music to your ears. You can
Man.
you can still play ball, but still have employment.
yes."
you're
After I'm done, yeah. And I'm just like,
You said,
"Oh
I've had a
wow."
job this whole time?
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't know. So I go back into the little room where we're watching the show, and then he texts Ken like, "Hey, what does Big Man think?" And Ken takes the phone and she's like, "Hey, look." And I'm looking. I'm like, I don't make a decision right now. I'm like, "You know what? I'm in. Let's do it." I'm in. I'm coming. They're like, "All right, let's go."
Hell
He said, I'm
Yup.
down.
And then has to do the whole paperwork. And then because of my medical history, I almost did get signed.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
a lot
that?
of people don't know that. And it was like, I was supposed to start on September 4th.
Okay.
Right? And I remember my girl had just got into medical school, so she was gone, right? And then my parents had to help me move over to Orlando. So I moved in a month without being cleared.
Wow.
Or not if I had a job. So I was staying in an empty apartment.
Yeah.
Right? No bed, nothing, just Wi-Fi and my little TV.
and your mic is on Zoom.
Yep. And I remember my buddy had lent me some money to get a car.
Yeah.
He loaned me like $7,000. He's like, hey, man. He's my best friend. His name is Jay. He's like, hey, man.
That's a good
take this
friend.
money. He's one of my best friends in the world. He's like, hey, man, I believe in you. Here's $7,000. Pay me whenever. Go get a car, get an apartment. Because I didn't have nothing, man. I didn't even have a credit line.
Did you pay him back?
Huh?
You paid him
Oh,
back?
in full.
I was about to say, like, at this point.
I paid it back in full. I even gave him interest.
You never spoke to Jay again?
Nah. Jay, literally, Jay.
Thanks for the car.
Nah, Jay's that's one of my, he's my brother.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey, and Rosy. We'll be right back after these messages. Hey, Lo, I got a question for you, bro.
What's up, man?
What's something you've always wanted to try?
I always wanted to bungee jump.
Nice. All right, well, Gold Peak Real Brewed is here to unleash your thirst for trying. So take this as your sign to say yes, opt in, and go for it, because trying is what life is all about. Try Gold Peak. Welcome back to Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey, and Rosy, already in progress.
And I remember that whole month just looking at the clock like, hey, what's going on? Silence.
Wow.
Like a whole month. And I remember having to call my dad. Like, hey, Dad, okay, send me some money real quick.
So you were just waiting.
I was just waiting for like a whole month.
Because it was still the medical
Yep.
stuff that they
So
were
I moved
going
into the apartment September 4th, and I had a whole month that I paid for this apartment in downtown Orlando, and I did not know if I was going to get a job.
Or if
right?
they're going to call you back.
If they're going to call me back or say, okay,
Right.
you're hired. So for like 4 weeks,
Right.
my anxiety is out the roof.
Right. I
can
can only imagine, right?
And I'm like, it's week 1, week 2, silence, nothing. And then by the last Friday of September, I remember getting a call. I was going to go see a family friend. I was going to go see a family friend in Orlando. And then Cannon comes like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm like, and I'm doing like, hey, man, what's up, man? How you doing?
To it, like,
yeah,
cut
just get
off
to it.
small talk.
He's like, hey, I spoke to Hunter, and you're a huge risk, and we believe in you, so we're going to give you the job.
Nice.
And I'm just like, he's like, are you excited? And I just begin to yell on the phone. Like, it just felt like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulder.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, finally. I was like, hey, man, so my apartment,
At least
the
it's
rent
like,
is due in 2 days. The rent is due in 2 days. She's like, don't worry, we get everything sorted out. So they would help me out, and that's how I got into WWE.
That's incredible. That's an incredible. So I don't think many people knew as much as.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
it's,
that's-
yeah, I was.
That's that.
But
That's
I have a hold on. So if you have the same thing, Andre, why did they? Was he a huge risk too, or they just?
No,
Well,
it
it's
was
a
a different time.
too,
Yeah, so
like-
the medical advances they have now that they have back then.
Right. So they just didn't.
So there's really
No.
those are really much they could do for him back then.
Right. Okay.
Now I think you'd have had a better chance of being alive.
Yeah, definitely. So like, on top of that incredible like path you took to WWE, like you didn't spend a lot of, well, to my knowledge, you didn't spend a whole lot of time in NXT, which is their like developmental system. I feel like one day you were just kind of like I think I saw like a picture of you with like the Performance Center shirt on, you know what I'm saying, on Twitter. And then maybe like a few months later, you were on Raw. Like, you were...
I think I was there for 2 years.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, I was
All
there
right.
because I got signed in 2018, and I didn't get called up until 2020.
See, so that's weird to me because like did you do much NXT stuff?
I had two house shows.
Okay.
House shows is like the shows without the TV cameras. It's just like a small in-house show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for translating.
Yeah, because I didn't have.
Appreciate it,
I had
appreciate it.
one clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So-
crazy, man. All right, so now 2 years later, you're on TV. You're on. I think it was Raw Underground was like the first time.
Yeah, I was the.
You was the bouncer.
I was the bouncer.
It was you and Shane McMahon, Vince's son.
Yes.
And for folks who may not remember what Raw Underground was like the late hour version of Monday Night Raw, which was supposed to be
Bloodsport.
Yeah, it was supposed to be like Bloodsport, basically. Like no rules. There was like I think there was like strippers on poles.
No,
Not BET Uncut.
No.
It was basically
No,
BET Uncut for
pretty
wrestling.
Pretty much. They had strippers. Because at first I thought it was just like actors. They're like, no, these are legit strippers. I'm like, whoa. They had strippers.
Yeah. So wait. So they were. So I didn't know they were actual strippers, right? I always
You learned
assume.
something.
I always assume like the talent is just like local talent, but this is a different type of local talent.
Like, nah, buddy.
He said, no, they were strippers.
So if you guys remember, like
Strippers.
Omos was like the bouncer. He was,
I was the bouncer.
he was Shane McMahon's muscle. Like when Shane would come downstairs, he would dap him up, and like he was just this massive, intimidating presence on TV for a while. What was that? How was that like getting that first like experience on national TV next to at that time the boss's son, and like we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do this brand new sort of experience to like our longest running show, and you being a big part of it.
It was a lot of fun because at first I was very quiet, and then as we progressed, Shane was just like, he'd get the promos and stuff to say. He'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna spitball. You just spitball back at me.
Okay.
It became very interactive, and I think that kind of helped me going forward.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of
The
fun.
funnest part about it to me was like initially folks thought you didn't speak. And then there was
Folks still think I don't
and they
speak.
still think you don't talk. So I remember there was a promo when like I think AJ Styles was coming up to you like, yo, how come you don't say nothing? He was like, you never asked me to talk.
You never asked me shit.
And it was like off to the races with you two afterwards, man.
Precisely.
Crazy.
Nah.
Crazy, man.
AJ's awesome.
Man, so you're in town. That's incredible. So obviously, you know, you've gone on to much success. Obviously, Raw Tag Team Champion, been at WrestleMania, performed at WrestleMania, worked damn near everybody.
Oh, no, you
under
weren't
the
there,
sun.
so
Like, I had to do the Final Four, man. I was trying.
I know you had to go get that bag, man. I was
get
like, what you doing? He was like, damn, I'm going. I was like, damn, all right.
It was the first Mania I missed in like 8 years too. Like it was
all right.
you know, but AT&T.
Hey, man, I hear you.
You got the Wale Mania bag. I had to go, but I ain't missing LA. God damn it.
Of course, he's not gonna miss LA because it's LA.
I ain't missing LA.
He's not gonna do all that.
You guys coming, right?
Oh yeah.
When?
I mean, yeah, listen,
next WrestleMania.
Next WrestleMania.
Next
Yeah.
April.
It's in LA. It's
I
in
don't
LA.
know. I don't know, man.
Y'all coming.
I did too much at the last one.
Oh, you did do a lot at the last
that was
one.
you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay home.
I took my ass home.
Rosie,
I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm getting a little too drunk. Let me
Rosie,
just...
for about
She the one that stayed and showed her ass. I'm like, all right.
for about 4 days, Rosie was the most popular woman on wrestling Twitter.
No, she was. She was. You were very.
Twerking on Tom Phillips.
What it was?
You missed a lot.
You got
missed a lot.
some of the videos.
You got there a little late, but she was the star of the show.
I'm never going back.
She was showing her ass.
Y'all better go watch that video. I'm never going back.
It was fun as hell though. Like,
Yeah, it was my first wrestling experience. So
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely will go to. Was it in LA?
it's in LA this year.
Low
yeah,
will be there.
I'll
and
be
Kaz.
there. I'll
I'll definitely be there. We're definitely doing.
I'm not
I'll
going.
pop in and
Definitely doing Wale
get the
Mania in LA.
experience.
Wait, I do have a question though. Now that I heard your whole story and your humble beginnings, what was it like when someone recognized you in public the first time? Like you saw
It was
a fan.
weird. Okay, so it was weird, and it wasn't because people always wonder what I did, regardless because of my size.
Right.
But for someone to actually say,
I know you.
"Oh, I'm awesome," I was like, "Whoa."
Yeah.
And then my girl's just like, "This D-list celebrity."
did.
It's just like,
Let me tell you something. Your girl will always humble you.
oh no, she's
We are your
she's-
biggest haters, but your biggest fans too.
She's great at that. She always humbles me. She's like, man, celebrity who? She's like, I'm a celebrity. What celebrity? Come on, baby. People think I'm
don't even
famous.
watch
Come on,
it.
man.
People know who I am.
People don't know
Nobody
you.
even watches wrestling.
No.
Like, what?
Exactly.
Wait, I want to ask you, like, now that I know your whole full story, now that I understand your beginnings, like she just said, what was the moment for you where you realized everything's gonna be cool? Because like you got the surgeries,
You had a lot of setbacks.
Yeah.
you got a
physically,
lot
mentally.
of setbacks, and like and anybody that drives after their passion and looks to pursue their passion, those setbacks will mentally fuck you up.
Mhm.
But you endured so much shit, just also being like, coming from Nigeria, not really knowing how to maneuver around the country and being told certain things and things are falling through and being broken promises, no jobs, this, that, and the third. Like, how did you not quit? Or what moment did you say to yourself, yo, I'm gonna still do this, I'm gonna still keep going, whatever it was? Like, what was that moment for you?
I don't think it ever had a. I think maybe because I was just young and naive,
Yeah.
and I played a part into it where I just felt like I just had to keep on trying.
Yeah.
And I think I also realized that I had to figure something out here. I didn't know what it was going to be, but
Yeah.
I have to make something of myself because I have people
Waiting.
waiting on me back home.
Yeah.
People who who've done a lot for me.
So it was pretty much the family, like
Family, yeah.
the
Family was
that's,
like
that's the invisible thing on your
yeah,
back.
invisible. Yeah, was a family, and also like my government. Like I had to figure out something because
Yeah.
she's a special woman. Like I have to make sure like I
Take care of her,
take-
provide.
yeah, and just make something of myself. I don't care what it is. I just have to figure it out.
And you have, man. I mean, you're
to the
in
fullest.
you're in an incredible position right now. You mentioned Triple H before, being a person who was instrumental into getting you signed.
I don't think he even knows because like right before he signed me, I was I was struggling.
Yeah.
He literally gave me a lifeline. I don't think he knows that, but he literally said, "Hey, go, young fellas, here you go." I'm just like, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Man, and now a lot of things have changed within the world of professional wrestling, and now Triple H, after Vince stepping down and all that, now he is the man.
Nah, he is the man.
head in charge,
Yep.
and I'm sure it's a lot different back there now. Like, what's the vibe like with the old man not being there and Triple H being the guy in charge now?
It's weird. Like I told you earlier before we got on, not saying the old man there because for the last 2 years when I was on,
Mm-hmm.
I saw him every day.
Yeah.
Now it's like Hunter there, and everybody's familiar. Hunter's he's one of us.
Yes, he's one of the boys.
He's one of the boys.
wrestled,
So
yeah.
a lot of us have that trust in him because he's had the similar experiences as us.
Mm-hmm.
So we trust him, and it's been a lot more laid back.
Yeah.
I would say.
I can imagine my short time there backstage. Like, I can see the tenseness when not saying it's to me, in my experience,
Yeah.
Vince was always good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was always, but it's still like it's.
Yeah,
God damn it.
he's
Mr.
the boss.
McMahon, like,
He's the boss. Yeah.
Tighten up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Hunter comes with it's still the same sort of like
same.
respect,
Yep.
but he kind of meets you at a different level
Yep,
that
yep.
Vince would meet you
Yep,
at.
and he's also very involved too. He's
Yeah.
down there doing rehearsals, working with the talent. He's very hands on.
Yes, yeah, okay.
No, that's how Tim Cook treats me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when me and Larry is having lunch, Tim coming, he pulls up and it's like it's a little tense.
It's a little tense in there. You're not scared, but you're just like, it's like, all right, let me make sure, all my I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and all that type of stuff.
Just for the record, that was a joke. I don't know Tim Cook.
Man, I was gonna ask him if you know Tim Cook, man. Give him the plug, man. Damn.
I don't know Tim, but that was a joke.
That's right. But man, it's been incredible to see your rise. You know what I mean? And just
Thank you.
the buzz that just wrestling in general has right now is very different than it's been in the last several years. You know what I'm
It
saying?
is.
Like even
It
with
is.
AEW launching and like the competition there, like now, I think with just how popularized and mainstream WWE has become, it's almost become like the fifth major sport.
I think it is.
in North America, right? Like, there's so much opportunity, especially for you being a person that is 7'4", still an attraction, still just like as much as professional wrestling is, entertainment and predetermined and still like a show. There's still spectacle when it comes to it, and you bring a lot of that spectacle, being like as big as you are. And when I'm going, you mentioned Andre the Giant, like. Those are people that people remember. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, those aren't folks that just walk around every single day. And I think when it comes to professional wrestling, the way I look at it, a lot of the current professional wrestlers that now that are doing well, they could kind of pass as regular folks. You can't necessarily do that. Like, you can't put on a hoodie and a hat.
He's
I
good.
try.
Just like-
I try. Trust me, I try.
I'm sure you've like settled into the like I am not the regular human being that's walking around. Like, yes,
I have, but
spectacle.
sometimes I still want to disappear.
Is it hard though?
It's hard, man.
Are you
It's-
comfortable
I
with the
remember-
stairs now?
I'm uncomfortable with what?
With the stairs.
The stairs were small.
Is this
The hallway was tiny.
okay? I feel like you're talking about a personal
You're
story
talking
from
about
down
mania.
there.
I'm like, what
I
the
know, it's in my head, but it was a tiny hallway.
No, what stairs? I'm talking about the stairs. STARE.
Yeah, that's what
stairs.
Stairs.
I mean,
Hey, no, she.
What are you talking about?
Nah,
I thought you were
I-
talking about stairs.
What was the tiny hall? Did you fall?
no, I hit my head. I remember saying, so he had big fella. No, I remember hitting that. Okay.
Trust me, I thought she was
the
talking.
stairs,
I
yeah.
thought she was talking about stairs. So I'm like, what's
Yeah,
stairs?
thank you.
I do
Yeah, I
remember.
wasn't-
You see?
I thought you was talking about like glares, like people
that's
looking
what-
at
that's what
you.
I'm
She
looking
was.
at.
Me and him thought she was talking about actual
It's
stairs.
stairs,
I'm like, what
yeah.
fucking story did y'all talk about before I got here?
No, like
No, this-
stairs.
I mean, I've been getting that since I was 15.
Yeah.
and I'm used to it. People see it around me.
Who have you been confused for? Like, has
He
anybody
doesn't
been like,
look
Shaq?
That's
he looks nothing like him.
That's a little racist, Rose.
Hold on.
Hold on. What?
You'd be surprised.
Hold on,
You'd be surprised.
Remember when we went to the hockey game?
Yes.
And they thought you were
They thought I was
every
Kayvon
football
Thibodeau.
player? Okay, thank you.
They thought you were who?
They thought I was Kayvon Thibodeau when I went to the Rangers game.
They were trying to buy him drinks and like recording him in the back.
And guess what? Guess who took all those drinks?
Well, yeah, that's true.
So it's not racist. It happens. People are fucking
No,
dumb.
Well, he doesn't look anything like Shaq. Like Shaq is
trust
like-
me, that it happens to me.
Shaq?
Yes,
Really?
yes, yes.
They
Told
say-
you.
Was that Stevie Wonder asking you that?
Told you.
Listen, man. Have you ran into any white lady before?
What do you mean, America?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
I have. Outside, I saw one.
I've had that questions asked up to me numerous of times.
Thank you. So I'm not crazy. Thank you.
You're
See?
not.
I'm just
crazy.
saying, like, the Shaq thing is like, all right, like that those are two completely different.
But those are also people who probably don't watch Shaq every day.
Right.
They just remember
The image of him being larger
the
than life.
Yeah, and just this big bald man.
So let's talk about something real quick. You sort of branded yourself as the Nigerian Giant, right? You're a big Burna Boy fan, obviously.
Oh, I am.
You know what I'm saying?
So you could.
Like,
that's why you didn't say African giant.
oh, the African Giant was taken, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Actually,
It's
that
taken
was
by Burna Boy.
that was the big boss's call.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that like? What did he say? You wanted to be called the African Giant?
No, he just said. One day I got to work and he says,
Yeah,
"You're gonna be the Nigerian Giant Omos." I said,
Really?
"All right."
I thought that was you. I thought that was like an homage to like
Nope,
Burna Boy.
that wasn't me.
Nope, that's him.
Shit, I would have lied. I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm
Yeah.
trying to Sayo. No.
No,
I need to go
We
and shy you.
we need to drop African
I'm not
Giant song right now.
gonna lie though. Watching everybody who's not Nigerian trying to sing it has been hilarious.
Let me tell you something.
I
I don't know
listen,
what he needs, but I needed to.
Let me tell
I
you
don't
something.
sing
We did
that
not call.
shit.
It's been
I do not sing
we
that
was
shit at
talking
all.
about this before we got on, but we was just like, man, could you? I mean, obviously, it's probably way different for you, but I was born here, and I still am shocked at just how mainstream Nigerian and West African culture has become in America. You know what I'm saying?
It's
we
become
was-
very accessible because I remember when I first.
I was
when
an African booty scratcher growing up. You kidding me? Like there was no, you feel me?
Same
Like,
here.
I was the African booty scratcher for most of my high school life. So like the fact that like not only the song of the summer is from a Nigerian
Nigerian,
artist,
yeah.
but like Nigerian music has been like permeated the mainstream so much. I remember when we was, you know, any party you went to, there was rap music section, there's a Latino music section, and there was the Jamaican music section.
That was
And
it.
that was it. You know, now you got a whole 40-minute block of nothing but
That
Afrobeats,
Afrobeats, yep.
nothing but Nigerian.
It kind of
It's-
took over
it's-
dancehall.
It's
Yes.
more.
Dancehall spark.
It's more
in that.
accessible. Like
Yeah.
you just said, it's more
It's more
accessible.
accessible,
Like, now we can find it. Now we
Yup.
know who they are.
Mhm.
Now
Yup.
we know their stories, and now we know that they're in different parts of our lives. Just like just hearing his whole thing. But now we're more like intrigued. Like, oh, well, what is this? What's this sound?
Yep.
What is this person?
I'm
Burna Boy
just
selling out the
happy-
garden. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
how the fuck him?
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, he's a superstar.
He's a
Nah,
superstar.
Now we get to see it.
First of all,
I was about to say, I was like,
hold
wait.
on.
Yeah,
First,
no,
I'm just happy I don't have to request Burna Boy anymore.
There you go.
I
That's
used to
coming
always go
on.
to the DJ, can you play Burna Boy? Now
I'll
they
tell
just
you.
play it for me.
I'll tell you, Rosie, you was definitely waving that
No.
flag early. I
Nobody
gotta give you that. Gotta give you that.
I don't have to
She
request
just
it
thought
anymore.
that
I'm
shit-
happy though.
She just thought that nigga was cute.
Is that
No, I-
that's
I-
is that a celebrity cut?
Don't do that.
Is that your celebrity cut?
Oh, okay, cool. That's what's up.
Don't do that.
Is that your celebrity crush?
My celebrity.
Oh, that's
crush?
1,000% her celebrity crush.
1,000.
1,000. She said it several times.
I
on the
saw
show.
something on your Instagram.
What did you see? Which part? What
On
was
your
it?
Instagram story
Yeah, please tell
What
us.
was it?
Something
that
stupid.
you have that you enjoy the darkest skin men.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
this
no,
is
no, no. That was when I did the question things. And everybody
Yeah.
was like, why don't you like light skin men? I was like,
So you do enjoy the darker men.
You do have a
I
type.
do.
You do, yes.
You do have a
I do
type,
have a
yo.
type.
Yes, you
Yeah.
do.
It's okay to have a type. There's nothing wrong with that.
You do have a type.
Rosie, you have a type.
Even if you're not conscious of it, like
I am
we
an
see
equal
it.
opportunist.
No,
You
you're
know
not.
what I'm saying?
Nah,
I am. I'm an equal opportunist.
I've never seen you with a light skinned nigga.
I've never.
You've seen me with a white man.
I've never seen you with either.
You dance with a white man at a party.
No, I said you've seen me with a white man. Yeah, think about it.
I don't know. I've never seen you with anybody like lighter than Low. Like Low
Thank
is
you.
like,
Like,
That's too
I'm the
light.
cutoff.
yeah, like even Low's too white for you. You're just like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. But yo, so I mean,
shit.
I mentioned the Burna Boy thing because obviously, you know, you're a big music fan, obviously, and everything that WWE does is really tied into music. And Rosy has a Bad Bunny shirt on right now. She just came from the Bad Bunny.
I know, and I saw your antics and everything, the whole bottle. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. That's very
creative, right?
That's very creative.
Didn't have to make a line. Didn't have to buy drinks. It was awesome. The tickets were expensive.
How much?
Wait, the
lotion.
The lotion.
I took that to WrestleMania. You don't remember I pulled out the lotion? I was like, what is it?
Yeah, I do.
I was like, you know, we have several bottles of Terramana here, but whatever. It's all good.
I think she has conditioned herself that she feels like she has to do that.
She conditions herself to a lot of things. Like
I respect.
Wait, so how y'all feel about Bad Bunny entering that world?
Well,
it was great. He was right there. He wrestled, he trained, he did everything.
Really?
Yes, he's an awesome dude. I actually got a photo with him. I had to rub that in. I'm sorry.
Bro, you're a D-list celebrity. You can talk your shit.
I had to rub that in.
You got a picture of Benito?
Yeah, I sure did.
Who the fuck is Benito?
That's his name.
That's his name.
Yeah.
No, I didn't know.
No.
I sure did.
You got a picture of Burna Boy?
I've never met Burna Boy.
What?
That's shocking.
Wizkid though.
We got to make that happen.
Wizkid,
yeah, okay. How was meeting Wizkid?
It was cool, man. I met him. I met his son. I carried his son.
Yeah.
Like, he was super cool, chill backstage. Ate a lot of Nigerian food.
You talked to me about that, about the the writer in the backstage.
Yeah, writer met his manager. He was pretty cool, and to my surprise, he was just like, yo, thank you for coming. I was like, dude, I was like, brother, like, it's you, man. Like, I'm just
happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here. Like, he was like, no, thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. I'm just like, whoa.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I
want to jump in the
Burna Boy says it.
I want.
Oh God.
Be nice, both of y'all. Damn, haters.
He had to rub in the Bad Bunny.
Hating. That's hating. That sounds like hating.
I'll show you.
I'll be a hater.
Let's talk about Bad Bunny real quick because obviously those worlds clash. You know, not a lot when celebrities kind of get involved in the world of professional wrestling. Usually it's just kind of like I'm gonna pop in and out or do this, promote this thing or have this one-off thing. Like Bad Bunny for the past 2 years, I want to say, has been kind of like in and out, and you've seen him, in the performance center working. I think you also mentioned to me before we went on, before we turned the mics on. He recorded his current album while he was training at the performance center in Orlando.
I believe so.
Did he have like a studio?
I have no idea, but from my understanding, is like he was recording. He would go record and come train, and go record and come train. Like he loves wrestling.
Yeah. That's crazy. Because I used to see, like, me and Wale used to go to these shows all the time. Like, they'd be, like, the same maybe 4 or 5, like, super famous people we'd see there. Like, Rick Rubin would always be there. Bad Bunny be there. Action Bronson would be there.
That was when I met Recruitment at Mania.
Yeah.
Shit, I was like, whoa.
Oh, yeah. He's
casual, walk-in, sleepers, T-shirt. I'm just like...
Oh, and he's the biggest wrestling fan. So he has the same seat right behind commentary every year.
Wow.
Sits there with his family, and he is a huge wrestling fan. It's like, yo, this is the Yoda of music. Bro.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah, it's
wrestling
crazy.
is so culty.
It is, but
y'all are like a real
But like Bad Bunny fans?
Yes. We're so culty. I'm about to get into wrestling because he likes it.
There you go. See, but that's
the whole that was the purpose of it. That was the whole purpose of it.
That's the whole reason why you bring him into wrestling. It's like, yo, even if you do
bring different eyes onto that.
If you do a match or two, like those folks that come and watch that match will stick around and watch the match before or watch after and be like, oh, this is kind of entertaining. This is kind of fun.
It's kind of fun.
Gosh, I feel like Cardi's got to get in there eventually, though.
Nah, she has to.
She's got to get in there. She talks about it all the time.
She has to.
She likes wrestling?
She's one of the biggest wrestling fans.
Yes.
Cardi?
Yes.
Cardi B,
yes. Go look at her tweets about wrestling.
Bro.
Wow.
Her favorite is
her
Eddie
lead
Guerrero.
single. Her lead single. The first line is off the top rope, super fly shit. That's Jimmy Superfly Snooker.
Yeah.
Like that's a.
You're talking to someone that doesn't really.
I know. That's why I'm bringing it down for you.
I'm like, so I wouldn't pay attention to a line like that.
I know, but that's why I'm breaking it down. And she loves Eddie Guerrero, loved Lita. Yeah. I think they just had the thing.
Loves Rey
Mysterio. All the Mexican wrestlers. Like she loves.
Wow.
Like Latino wrestlers.
That's dope.
Alrighty.
What did I
What's
say?
that? What is
What I say?
Why you laugh so hard?
I don't know. Just your reaction. I don't know. I'm just laughing at
So
your
you
reaction.
know.
I have no idea.
She had a tweet about Edge and Lita the other night. I think when the Edge A&E doc came out, and she was like, "Yo, I used to love those. They were so sexy, and the rated R superstar and all that type of like." She's a huge wrestling fan. I'm like, "Yo, hey, who's this? Is somebody asleep behind the wheel? Like, get her on Raw, bro. Get her on SmackDown. Like, I'm sure she's very busy and all, but like,
I mean, she ain't that busy. She put out an album in 2 years.
that is true. That is true, Cardi.
He ain't lying.
Cardi, I love
Cardi.
you. Hey, man.
He's not
Huge
lying,
fan,
bro.
Hey, man.
However,
He's not lying.
We would love to have you in WWE.
Gosh,
Yeah.
it's gotta happen.
With an album too.
It's got
With an album to
we do
promote.
need that
Album,
album, man. We
You
gotta-
can do your debut in wrestling, and after WrestleMania, you drop the album.
There it is.
Look, he's already playing it up.
Actually,
there.
you
Whole
can
party for you.
perform at Mania.
Would you train Cardi?
I think that would be like Bianca and Sasha.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I could see Bianca Belair and Cardi B doing something together.
Oh,
man.
easy.
That is
Easy.
she's one of those people, like, even like before, like, she's been on like this crazy run. Like before, like when I first like saw her, like, I forgot what they did on the network. They did like some sort of like performance center.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
combine or
Combine.
something.
Yeah, we should do Combine.
And
yeah.
she just, and mind you, there's men, women, like D1
And
athletes.
she blazed all
and
them.
she just blitzed all of them.
And everything.
Bianca
Bianca
Belair.
Belair.
I think you had like one of the one
Yeah.
with the girl with the ponytail, all that stuff. And she's not just a phenomenal athlete, but like she gets the culture too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's very into like everything that we're all sort of into. And man, it just kind of she kind of brings, what's up, Mandy? So everybody say hi to Mandy. Hey,
Mandy the bartender.
Thanks for having us. Bianca kind of brings also this sort of energy and audience that a Cardi would be attracted to.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wouldn't be like an awkward fit if she came in and they did something together. Like, I remember when I think at Rolling Loud, and like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion were together backstage or something. And I'm like, that fits. Like, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anybody out there that you think would also kind of fit in that world outside of just Cardi B? Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey and Rosy. We'll be right back after these messages. Inspired by true events, The Woman King stars Viola Davis as an African general in the epic story of the first ever army of women warriors in a fight to save their kingdom. Now, I've seen the trailer. I've seen the brand spots. I've seen a lot of things talking about this movie. And if you know anything about Viola Davis, she does not skip steps when it comes to preparing for a movie of this magnitude. She trained harder than ever to portray the warrior that she is in this film. The Woman King tells the remarkable story of this all-female unit of warriors who protected the African kingdom with skills and a fierceness unlike anything the world has ever seen. These women exude so much confidence, strength, and power, and that's not just on the screen, that's off the screen as well. This film is made by an incredible powerhouse team of creative women, including director Gina Prince Bythewood, writer Dana Stevens, producers Kathy Schulman, Viola Davis herself, and Julius Tenen of Jew V Productions. Also, The Woman King was filmed on location in South Africa, so there ain't gonna be no CGI when you're watching this movie, man. It was with a predominantly South African crew, so the authenticity, the fierceness, the incredible scope of the motherland is captured in this movie. If you checked out the trailer, if you checked out the film, if you checked about anything behind the scenes, make sure you really appreciate everything that went to making this film. Also starring in this movie is John Boyega, Lashana Lynch, Hero Finesse Tiffin, and Jamie Lawson. Check out The Woman King in theaters exclusively on September 16th. Welcome back to Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey and Rosy, already in progress. I know you talked about Drake before. And
I know
his
Drake.
people.
Yeah, Drake. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think Drake would be huge.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes.
Yeah. Drake's a big fan, man.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like physically,
Yeah,
If he started training?
Of
Of
course.
course, he can. Yeah,
He's bigger than Bad Bunny. Bad
He's
Bunny's
bigger than
not
Bad Bunny, yeah.
He's not a big
and
dude.
and as long as he's in there with someone who can work, he's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, no, not fun. I don't know. I think it'd be interesting.
Yeah, him. Who else?
I'm trying to think who else would be.
Shaq's done it. So
Shaq's done
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Shaq's done it. See,
Shaq's
now
done it.
that makes sense.
fake
For
you.
sure.
fake you did it. That's crazy. That's
Golly.
crazy.
That is a little crazy.
Who else?
Omos, we do a thing on this show usually, especially towards the end of the show.
Uh-huh.
Do you have your cell phone on you by any chance?
Ooh.
It's over there.
I'll go get it.
Jake, can you go pass the cell phone?
Oh, what?
Usually, we have these sort of like aux cord sort of versus battles
versus
between guests and people on the show. You're a big Afrobeats fan.
Yes.
Rosy is also a big Afrobeats fan.
Sure is.
You guys are sitting right next to each other.
Oh no.
Lo, Jake.
Let's get it done.
I think we need to be some judges. All right.
get
So
it
if you've
done.
seen versus battles before,
I always say,
are you ready? Because I know you
nobody
got a
can touch
playlist.
you, man. Because I didn't even go to play this, man. I
You
just
said
go.
nobody
Nobody
can
can
touch
touch you, man. Because like I like.
I mean, go ahead, Rosie, step up to the
Hey,
plate.
man,
You gotta
listen.
represent
Hey,
the
can you get my
squad.
phone, please?
Go get Rosy's phone.
You gotta
We
represent
end-
the squad.
We end every episode very similarly like this.
But now it has to be like it's gonna. All right, this is gonna be weird because we have to play. You know, we gotta cater to this audience.
No, don't just cater to play bangers. Play the joints that hit. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a while.
You gotta realize I'm the kid that subscribed to the internet for music. I've downloaded music illegally. Like I remember, like back when I first came to America, like and we couldn't get Nigerian music, I would go online and try to find it everywhere and download it. Like
So, yeah,
I used
so
to
he
have a hard
knows
drive
it.
of music. Like
I like the
head.
regimen.
Wait, what was
he's
your
talking his shit.
go-to illegal downloading site?
Dude.
I had iMesh and KAZ,
I had
Kazaa audio
Napster.
I had
I had
all of them, and they
Napster,
all crashed my
LimeWire, and then I used to go to
LimeWire.
like
Bear
this
Share.
like this Bear Share, this
Yeah.
like I used to use torrents at some point. I used to go to
Torrent,
torrents
I
and
remember
download
Torrent,
off a
yeah.
torrent and like unzip the files and all that
Yes.
stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I feel like we've gotten before we get into this. I feel like we've just gotten like slower as like computer nerds, right? Like remember back in the day when we had MySpace and like to put a MySpace page together.
There's nothing like the only thing you need, not only thing, but like we only use our computers for like emails.
Yeah,
maybe like,
but like sometimes I remember like back then, like even like downloading torrents and like all the hoops we used to
no,
jump
because
into
we
just
had to
get
figure
stuff.
out how to get shit. Like now, everything is just like right here.
Right here, yeah.
So it's like you lose that. See, it's like the thing I was saying about basketball.
Like you were low key being taught how to code. Just
Pretty
like,
much.
just like
No, yeah.
making a MySpace page.
You're
It's
right.
Like, fuck.
To be honest though, in my defense, I think not to make us sound old, but like I think
Oh no, I'm 40. I'm
I'm
old.
old.
I
Yeah,
know I'm
I'm
old.
old.
Yeah, I'm old.
MySpace was like more you guys. I'm like
Facebook.
You're right.
no, Facebook.
I'll
like
say
a
Facebook.
I'll say
That was
Facebook,
us.
man.
Like we were
Y'all got the top
Yeah, I
rate?
got to tell you, yeah,
Nah,
man.
we were MySpace. We were
Yeah.
Black. We were Black Planet. Like we were all that shit.
I did do
Not
was it
Black Planet.
MSN and AOL.
MSN and L.
MSN Messenger, AOL.
Yeah, MSN Messenger.
Yo, somebody the other day gave
AOL.
me an email, and it was like Hotmail. I said, how?
Hotmail's still active.
It's still active,
A
yeah.
lot of people- a lot-
To
no,
It's still
there's a
active.
lot of people that got
a lot of people have Hotmail,
yeah.
and then the BlackBerry, is it BBM?
BBM,
yeah,
yeah,
BBM,
Messenger.
numbers, all that
Okay,
stuff.
guys, I have an idea.
What's up, Rosie?
No, stop
So-
ducking the smoke and get to
Hold
this
on,
battle.
wait. Instead of the Afrobeats thing, let's
ducking the smoke.
shut up. You don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna say.
Let her talk.
Let's just do a Burna Boy battle, 5 and 5.
Ooh, is that what you want to?
Since he thinks he's such
We
a Burna
could.
Boy fan.
We should definitely
honor the
consolidate
men.
it a little bit. Yeah,
Let's honor
we
the
usually
men.
we
He's
usually
from
do themes
Nigeria. It's
and all
not
this.
fair. We gotta, I already lost.
All right,
So let's just do Burna.
let's
so
just
you
do
su-
Burner. All right, so
All
the
right.
He's from like,
Duck the
so the rules is nah. It's consolidating.
It's-
better.
I mean, I've also been listening to Afrobeats for a long time. There's so many ways we can go.
All
Let's
right,
just
that's
make
what I'm
it down.
saying. Play those bangers.
Let's just he said he's a Burna fan. I'm a Burna fan.
All right.
All
I've
right.
been, however you
safe.
flipped, twisted.
So the
Hey, man.
rules
Hey,
is.
He's
man.
like, however you put it, I'm still gonna win.
Hey, man, like the Street Profits, I want the smoke.
What's
man.
the smoke?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Just
All right,
go.
so the rules is you're gonna play a song, hold it up to the microphone for a minimum of 10 seconds. Okay,
ladies first.
10 to 15
I'm a
seconds.
gentleman. See
Thank
that?
you.
Nah,
Thank
just-
you, Lo.
Give some time to think.
Just
Give
kidding.
some time to think. All right.
All right, so let's get it. First battle we've had in a couple of weeks, but it's gonna be a good one. Rosy versus Omos, the Burna Boy edition. Is gonna be something. Rosy,
Okay.
don't second guess yourself like you do in all these battles. Just play it with your chest.
Kaz.
No, she usually does.
Okay. I'm gonna start with Obviously a banger.
Let's get a banger then. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Why you laughing? You don't want to dance? You don't feel it?
Hey. Lo, you not feeling it?
No.
Not feeling it, Lo? Not your joint? Not your joint?
Not this
I
one.
gotta start with this one.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
go.
Let me see what he
Okay.
On
I'm
the
gonna
low.
see-
It has your name in it.
On the low.
I'm gonna see what he
All
gonna
right.
play.
Let's see
Okay.
Where we at?
Start.
Where we at,
Let me
Omos?
see what he got.
You gotta pump that up a little bit. Oh, come on. Hey. I wish I.
All right, he got my vote.
The vibes is up.
Omos got my
The
vote.
vibes is up. I'm sorry,
That's fair,
Rosy. She
that's
kind of
fair,
can't.
that's fair,
She
that's
can't.
fair.
She can't. You
Yeah,
came a
you
little bit
gotta-
more
you
correct
gotta
than you
come on,
did.
come on, man.
That's
You
fair,
gotta come
that's
out
fair,
this
that's fair.
gate.
I think was that a sweep? Sweep.
Sweep.
Omos won.
He won. It's fine.
Rosy zip. Are we gonna go best of five?
Yeah, go to five.
Best
First
of
to five.
Okay. Let's do
First to five.
Let's do first to five.
First to five,
Yeah.
yeah, first.
Okay.
You know, Rosy, good song.
Hold on.
You ain't let
Let's
the beat drop.
reserve judge.
You ain't
I
let the
said, that's the thing. This is reserve judgment. Hold on.
You like that? I'm watching first
beat drop.
shot.
You play all the sexy joints.
Okay, I like this one.
This was fire though.
All right, come on.
That's a fire song though.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Where's he at? Uh-oh.
Where we at with
Where
it?
we at with
Where
it?
we at with
Where
it?
we at with it?
Oh Lord of His mercy.
Yo, he's digging in the bag.
Oh Lord of His. Hey girl, let me tell you one, make me blow in your ear.
So you diverted from the Burna Boy?
No, this is Burna Boy.
That's wow. You don't
This
know
is
your
Burna
own
Boy.
Wow, you
This
don't
is
know
Burna
your own man.
This is Burna Boy.
You don't know your
This is
own
Burna
man.
Boy.
Wow, you might need to go
This
down.
is Burna Boy.
off track.
This is
That's
Burna
what I
Boy.
said. That's what
Give me
I said,
two.
dog. Yo, give me two.
This is Burna Boy.
So are we,
That's
but I'm
crazy.
saying, this is my question.
Yeah.
Are we catering to them or just
No,
us?
you just said Burna Boy.
Okay.
I'll
You
put
said you made the rules.
You made
Yeah, you made the rules.
I tried to keep you in that Afrobeats pocket, but you ain't want to go there.
This
You
is
want to do
true.
Burna Boy, and now
You did
now
try
get-
to-
Hold on.
You try to deviate from the smoke, and now you catching the smoke.
Am I?
Yes, it's 2-0.
he does. He did.
Oh, he got that?
Yeah, he got
and
that.
the fact that you even know it's
He
a
got
Burna
that.
Boy song.
Hold on,
You
time
got
out.
that. I like the song you picked, but the
I
fact
did.
is, we did the Burna Boy selection because you
Y'all
fashion
said-
yourself.
you
Wait,
said
but
you
what
put
are
it
You
y'all-
in.
fashion yourself a Burna Boy enthusiast.
Cause
That's
And you
why-
ain't even on the record he just
That's like-
played.
that's
what are
like
y'all
me-
voting on?
Well, first
Well,
off,
the
Okay,
vibes.
okay.
the vibes got to be correct, lady. Set the vibe. Set the vibe.
This nigga said, yo, that's Burna Boy? That's
I feel like I
crazy.
did set the vibe.
Yo, you're down 2-0.
You're
You
down
gotta,
2-0, B.
You gotta come.
All
You
right.
gotta come correct.
Y'all not gonna.
Hey,
That's a really good song.
hey,
That's a good
It's a
song.
really good song.
hey. Okay, okay.
Let me add this to my library.
Yeah, that's my shit right here. I haven't been sweaty in the basement dancing to this in so long, so I'm just.
Rosy finally came out the gate.
Yeah,
with
he
a
got
good
one.
pick.
He got one. He got
Finally,
one.
well, no,
Rosy.
he gotta go. He
We'll
gotta
see.
go.
We'll see. We'll see.
He's been
All right.
swinging for the fences, so
We'll see where we at with it.
I'm not
Where we at with
underestimating
it.
him.
Where we at with it? Come on with it. Come on with it. Don't wait too long, man. You don't want
It's
to.
loading.
Warning,
Oh, he going in the bag.
dedication to all the posse, them both home and about the text, the big and bad and take the general for fraud. Chat them
I
a
thought
chat,
Rosy was the
chat
biggest
them a
burner.
yap. Me know say them acting bad. Chat them a chat, chat them a yap. Me see say them acting bad. I want to
I'm letting
I don't know, yo. This nigga put on a masterclass right now.
He put on a masterclass right now.
Yo, I was trying so hard to get Rosy.
He's like, here, take it.
He's getting you out of here, Rosy. He's getting you out of here, Rosy. All right, we good. Cut it.
Why is he giving me smoke like this?
I wanted you to get that one song.
You asked for this.
It doesn't count.
You asked for this.
He is
Kaz,
Nigerian.
what am I trying to say?
Hey.
Lo trying to save you.
I'm trying to sound like, yo, stay in that Afrobeats bag. It doesn't have to be
Listen.
any one artist. It could be fun, vibey.
He
hits.
called his shot. I don't want a
He
clean
called
5
it.
sweep. I don't want a clean 5 sweep. I want you to get one so badly.
Bro, you gotta give us at least one.
Come on, Rosy.
Yo.
Come on, don't let us down, B.
Make it a gentleman's sweep.
God.
Don't make it
Gentleman's
a
sweep is
please.
something.
2023 was fire.
One vote. I was ready to give her this
I
last
was ready
one,
to get it.
but
I'm like, yo,
shit.
homeboy's in his bag.
he kicking your chest in right now.
Yo,
Nigga got you on the ropes.
he got me.
You have him fucked up.
Yeah, he's going to his old bag too.
Hey, man.
I like that. That's
classic
that's the
joints.
point of a versus battle.
All
You gotta
right, okay.
Give me 20.
You've been here all these battles. You still don't know the structure. I am disappointed in you. You better get one.
Where we at, Rosy? Talk to me.
Get my headphones back on. Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Hate it here.
Okay. All right, that's what I'm talking about, Rosy.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about,
We
Rosy.
said the same thing last round. It was like, all right, sexy vibes. And here comes Big Dog with a haymaker.
Okay.
I'm not underestimating him. I want to see what
I was going more to like newer Burner, but I could do
You
this
said
too.
Burna Boy.
No, you're right. Let's go.
Hey.
These battles always bring out the best in our content.
It really does, yo.
These battles always bring out the most competitive spirit.
It
between
really
all
does,
three
because
of us.
nobody wants to feel like, you know what it is?
What?
Nobody wants to feel like their musical taste is off.
It's, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like, I take them shits personally. I'm like, what you mean?
I'm like, what you mean I don't like this joint?
What you mean you like this song better?
Like, what? You
know what
chose
it-
that over me?
No, you know what it is? I don't take that personal. What I take personal is like, you know how when you get in an argument and afterwards you think about everything you could have said? That's what I take personal, where I was like, damn, I could have played this, I could have played that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get home and be mad.
You
like,
really do think like a man, yo. You really do. Because that's exactly what happens to me every time. I'm like, damn, I should have said this in the moment.
it's like an argument. Like this, because
exactly what it is.
when you put me under pressure, I'm like,
I can't do it.
I can't think like this. I don't have a playlist. I don't have a Burna Boy playlist. I just play his albums
So I
like
guess you
on.
don't know Burna Boy like that.
I do, but I've been listening to his a lot more recent Burna Boy.
All right, let's
All
get
right, we 3-0.
Let's get 2 more in because
Yeah,
I gotta be
Hard
Hey,
12:30.
yo.
Pause.
Hey,
I was
yo,
about to say a hard out.
A hard
you
out,
got a
bro.
hard
Shut-
what?
Yo.
Aristocrat Records.
Nah, I think I'm gonna give Rosy this one, yo.
Don't sympathy.
It's not sympathy. This is a good. Damn.
3-1.
Jake, what you want, Jake?
I think
Rosy?
Rosy, yeah.
All right, 3-1.
All right.
You stave,
All right,
you,
kick her chest in.
you stave,
right.
you stave off the sweep. Okay?
Kaz has a hard out. Kick her chest in.
I wasn't, she came,
I want Ty goes to the runner.
The problem is, fuck what y'all thinking. He's bopping to everything.
He is, yo.
I
Like,
don't know.
yo.
Burna Boy
I'm a
fan.
fan.
Like, you supposed to bop to it. Like,
I'm fucking with this shit. I mean, come on, listen.
Hey, I don't even know what he's saying, but I
Hey.
agree.
That's how I feel about Bad Bunny, yo.
I feel how you feel.
I don't
Burna.
know what he's
Hey.
saying, but that shit rocking. Who's the other one? Anita? Anita's the other joint?
what?
The Spanish girl, whatever?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what she be saying, but that shit sound fire.
What did he say?
Did she perform at the VMAs or something?
Yeah.
They saying, walking. I do all this walking for money. What's a man gonna do? Yeah. Waka
He
means,
said, "What the man gonna do?"
Yeah, waiting. What's a man gonna do? So waiting means what? Yeah.
Okay.
Waiting. So waka waka. Let's say when Nigeria says I do waka go somewhere, it means I'm walking somewhere.
Oh wait,
wrong,
now that we're
Saba.
here, what is chopped breakfast?
So, yeah, eat
It's
breakfast.
food.
Yeah, okay. What's the real meaning?
Why? What did you hear?
No, it's just a slang. Like, it's just.
Let's go, make a good chop breakfast.
Yeah.
Let's get you breakfast.
Why you sound so offended when you asked that?
Did somebody say?
I'm not
Yeah,
saying-
like someone like.
Oh,
the way
you know,
people-
cash,
no.
last that. Okay.
Everybody go chop, but the way my
Okay,
African friends say that,
okay.
like, now I could go chop breakfast. I'm like, what are you talking about? What are you gonna go
Okay.
do? Yeah, see, there's another
Everybody.
meaning.
Okay. In that song, everybody eats breakfast.
Yes.
So he's using that as an analogy for. Because he just had a breakup, right?
In the
I don't know if you
morning.
noticed.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna.
Yes.
Everybody's gonna have.
He's single, ladies.
Yes. At the end of the day, everybody's gonna see you as who you are. After everybody has had a taste of you.
You calling her a hoe?
Oh,
You calling her a hoe?
Shio.
Is that what he's calling her a hoe?
He's
I say it's called. I say it's
No,
called
he's
a hoe.
basically
It's
saying-
he's like anybody who goes after me to go be with this person is gonna figure out who that person really is.
Oh, shots fired! Shots
Oh,
fired.
that's foul.
All right, play a song.
That's foul as fuck. He made it sound good too.
Yo, let me tell you something. When y'all be bopping to the Bad Bunny,
I know he be saying
he
something.
be talking.
I have no
his
idea what she be saying.
shit.
I don't really be bopping a Bad Bunny like that.
If you understood what he was saying, you would. You personally would love him.
He just, you know what it is? He
No,
has,
because of what he says. Like
he
you
has,
would.
he has good cadence. Like when he says stuff, I'm just like,
No, you
you
would
could
love
fill
him.
in
Bro.
you could fill in any word. The cadence of what he says is shit. It's like it's just rhythmic.
Somebody
It's
tweeted like we're the world. They were like Burna Boy got the world party into a breakup song. I was like, so does Bad Bunny.
Yeah.
Y'all don't even know that he's talking shit. To
oh,
a
we've
woman.
partied to breakup songs so many times.
Yes.
Come on,
Yeah.
Future.
I don't want to know.
Hold on.
What the man gonna do?
Hold on.
There's mad breakup songs we party to.
Hell yeah, god damn it. Let's get this last one in. We gotta
All right, hold on, give me a second.
roll out. Bum.
I just have to. I gotta put it.
Come on, that's not fair.
I had to.
That's
I
not
had
fair.
to.
Yo, thank you.
Please, yeah.
Punch the right in the
just
But that's all right.
song it out. Come on, son.
I was waiting for somebody to end off with this.
Hey.
Yo, when he did this shit in the garden, bro. Yeah. Move your feet low. Move the feet low.
No, I'm not doing
Yeah.
I'm too old. I'm too old for all that.
No moonwalks. No moonwalks.
I'm too old for that.
Oh,
I'm too
yes,
old for
sir.
that.
I gotta get that one to Omos too. Omos.
Duh.
Sorry.
It's
It's
4-1.
4-1. That's
To be
I
honest,
think-
it was either that or.
No, don't play.
Don't play,
Yeah,
don't play, don't play,
yeah,
don't play,
yeah.
What is it?
Huh? It was either that one or. Don't play.
No, don't play.
It
Don't
was
play.
the
last
Go ahead.
song?
Let everyone get the last
What
one.
was it last?
You can throw
No,
a
No,
bonus.
I was gonna
no.
play last.
You
That's
can
a
throw a
cop out.
bonus.
That's a cop out.
I was gonna play this for him.
Is this your record?
Oh, African.
African Giant.
Yeah. We're gonna speak that into existence, yo. We're gonna get Burna Boy to
Yes.
perform you out to WrestleMania.
Oh
in
my
LA, bro.
That'd be crazy.
We're gonna speak that into existence right now, bro. The African Giant and the Nigerian Giant.
Bro.
This is gonna happen.
Bro, that
It's
happened. It's me.
Made up. The African Giant. Why
Come
did
on,
you come
son.
on to that?
Come on.
That's the perfect way to get him on.
Because of sampling.
Yeah. You can't
Man.
just pick any song to come out to. You
Those
gotta.
royalties
But I
and all.
feel like
Yeah,
he
you can't do
would
that.
approve of that.
Well, we
So
got
it's not him.
a couple months to make it happen.
It's Atlantic.
Yeah.
Atlantic,
so
Atlantic has to clear it.
I could point you in the right direction.
Have you already reached out to them about trying to do something? Because I mean, we can make that happen.
We
I
can
mean,
make that happen.
hey man, y'all got to
All right, hold
solve
on.
it.
We can
make-
Make
hold
it
on.
happen.
We
First
can
off,
make that
all right,
happen.
hold
We can make
on,
that
hold
happen,
on,
yo.
hold on. All right, let's just not jump to.
No,
Let's not
because
jump. Let's talk about this off air. Let's see how we can do it.
talk about it.
Let's not jump.
All
All right,
right,
hold
you're
on.
right, you're
All right,
right.
niggas hearing this and ain't like, oh, what?
Yeah,
What-
yeah.
what- Just relax. I know how
somebody
these.
at Atlantic's like, what are
Yeah,
you
like,
talking about?
So we're doing what now?
yeah, like I know how these combos go. So,
But goddamn. But that's listen, man. Omar, clean, not a clean sweep. Gentleman
Gentleman
sweep.
sweep, yeah.
Gentleman sweep,
Yeah, he
Rosie.
won.
You did
He
all
won.
right,
Yeah,
Rosie.
he
You did
won.
all right.
He
But I
won.
mean, come on.
Okay,
Unfair.
she tried.
That's like me and Kaz going up against a Bad Bunny verse.
We were
Like,
trying to
you're
tell you
gonna
go
lose.
Afro beats, but you wanted that bad. You wanted that
good.
Burna Boy smoke, and he gave it to
You
you.
got
Give
it.
it to me.
You
It's
got
okay.
it.
I'm okay.
It's all good. Omos.
Omos, man.
Yes, sir.
Legend in the making, man.
Oh
It's-
man, that's
it's
That's a huge.
You're gonna have a
Listen,
documentary.
bro, let me tell you, man. Like, I don't think a lot of people really know your story like that, and I'm glad that. What I miss? Oh, I miss something. God damn it. Anyway,
Hey man, you saw. I told you, man.
He was ready for the Bad Bunny smoke.
Hey man, I was ready. Hey man.
well, you had a Bad Bunny playlist too?
Nah, like, this song
Oh,
is
you was-
album.
oh, you was ready.
I'm a music head.
He was ready.
That's
yo.
that's
Man.
And to be honest, I found out about Bad Bunny when I was living in San Diego. We had like another dude that was living there with us. I was training. He was from Venezuela. He was like, and he was asking for like African music. I put him. He was like, hey, listen to this. And I was like, oh,
It was Bad Bunny.
these are hard.
Oh,
I said, this joint is hard.
yeah. Golly, man. Incredible. Bro, it was incredible having you here, man.
Thank you for having
Like,
me.
I'm glad we finally got to get this done. I know we've been wanting to make this happen for a while,
yes.
but
She's been pressing me. When you coming to New York? When you coming to New York?
Yeah, 'cause he was like, I'm gonna come on the pod. I was like, when?
yeah.
Is that a win?
But
When?
you made it here, man. Thank you so much for pulling up. Thank you for
Yeah.
pulling up at Wilding Mania, obviously.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You're doing incredible stuff. I can't wait to see you back on Raw with MVP. Shout out our brother, another friend of the show, MVP.
Shout out MVP,
Good
yeah.
man as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Man, catch this man on Monday Night Raw, USA Network, every Monday,
You know
8
what?
to
I'm
11
gonna watch.
p.m. Please watch. Please watch. Watch.
We're watching him because of Benito, man. I thought he converted you.
I'm gonna
Apparently,
watch.
he hasn't done a good
He
job
hasn't been
yet.
on. He hasn't been on.
Yeah,
He's
hasn't been
he was
on.
on like twice, right?
So you only watch when he's on?
See?
I watched that. Then I watched Swerve did something. I watched that.
Yeah, we watched. Well, they're gonna be here not next week. I think the
We're
week
supposed to be
after.
going, right?
Yeah, I think they're having something at Arthur Ashe, so I think we'll be there.
Oh
for
yeah,
that,
yeah.
too.
yeah.
okay.
So it's about that.
Oh, they're having a show, right?
Yeah.
I
Shout
bumped
out
into,
Swerve, good friend.
Yeah, so I
His
Swerve.
old, what is the group he was in? I bumped into him
Hit
at the
Row.
airport.
Hit Row.
Yeah, when I was leaving.
AJ, big guy.
Yes, when I was leaving
Oh,
Arkansas.
no way.
Yeah, but they were at LGA. I was like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious. I've ran into so many like wrestler friends at the airport, like
That's
every
so
like
funny.
because they're always traveling, bro.
Always,
So
every weekend.
Always moving.
Every weekend. I have so much points.
yeah, it's insane. That's the one thing I do miss about being there.
These
though.
are my
Like,
points is crazy.
my platinum status was cursed.
And that's less than a year of traveling. I'm just like, damn.
Where do they seat you on the plane?
First class.
Got to.
Have to, right? Like,
Yeah.
even if you don't buy it?
Say
Because,
picture-
like,
say
You
picture
be
that.
hanging out with Nigerians too much. Even if you don't buy it,
like,
you be hanging out with
what?
Nigerians too much.
See, always a finagle. Lo, what you want this week, bro?
Nothing, man. I'm calming down. I'm chilling. I celebrated my birthday for about.
Goddamn, happy
a
40th
week.
birthday, brother.
Happy 40th
Don't
birthday.
even say happy birthday this whole episode. Goddamn, happy birthday, bro.
Happy birthday.
We didn't get no birthday
If it
shout
wasn't so
outs.
fucking early, I would have
Yeah.
brought him something.
But now, yeah, I'm chilling. Just relaxing.
Rosie, what
Ain't
you
doing
on this
nothing
weekend, yo?
I'm at Afropunk.
Yeah. Oh, that is this weekend. Oh my God, I
Burna Boy.
forgot.
Burna Boy's gonna be this Sunday. He's headlining.
Sheesh.
I have.
You're out. You got work.
I got work tomorrow. I'll be in Denver, Colorado.
Yeah.
This was your chance. To
Yeah.
be
Every time I
backstage and
I almost
see him.
flew down for when he did my MSG.
Yes.
I
yes.
was this close.
I remember
to
we was
making
Why
the
we
did
was
you do
texting.
it?
It was just too late.
Yeah.
Make a ticket.
I think it was a Friday night. I think it was.
It was Thursday.
It was a Thursday night.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I was this,
SmackDown
I was
Should've
this
done
close
it.
I mean, it
from
was
winning
like,
the
yo,
ticket.
I almost did.
And the
I
way his
almost
stage
did.
was set
Almost
up,
did
it
it.
was just
Yeah, that
beautiful.
it was like a big ass like.
Like he was in
walkway.
between everywhere.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, Afropunk. There's a tribute to my friend Nedic, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
going
Nedic,
on.
man.
It's gonna be beautiful, and I'm excited. And then Burna Boy's headlining, so it's
Can't wait for that.
hello. You coming?
Am I? I don't think I am. I got football stuff this weekend, and then MSGPM is
He
back.
making.
Oh, are we
that's
doing?
right.
Are we doing a league?
He's getting.
well, Jake is putting together the fantasy football league, so hopefully that's all done before Sunday.
You play fantasy too?
Yeah, she's
about
getting
to.
into. She's like, oh, why don't you play for it? I was like,
I'm
all right,
about
let's make
to.
it. Let's
I
make a
wanna do
team.
it.
How big
You want
is-
to
how
be in
big-
our league?
Dude, I'm a terrible football guy.
It's all good.
How
She's
how-
probably terrible too.
how large is the pot?
What we doing? We'll figure something out.
I don't know because
we'll
I
put some
opted in
bucks
for the
in.
Bills to win last night, and they did win.
They got
And the
their
7-point
asses
spread.
handed to 'em.
All right. So you betting? That's different than fantasy.
All right, well, I
fantasy
still
is
wanna do
player. We're gonna make
Wait,
it
you
happen.
can bet in New York?
Yeah.
It's legal.
As
It's
of,
It's
like,
legal here.
last
Just
year.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The FanDuel, all that shit.
What?
Can I actually do it last year for a switch fight?
Yeah.
Jake
Yeah, you
Paul
could
won
do
a
it
Jake
last
Paul's
year.
fight. I was
You had to do it in Jersey. Was it Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey was legal, but now it's
Anywhere
legal
but
in
New York.
Yeah, New York is legal.
But
now.
damn, this week back on MSGPM, week 1 of the NFL season, and we were rolling all year long. Shout out Monica McNutt, my co-host.
When
Can't
is
wait
she
to get in
coming?
there.
I love her.
Oh, we
Yeah,
do gotta get her on
she
here.
should have
She's
been
great.
on
I love
by
her.
now.
She's a very busy woman, but
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen, man, very soon. We got R.J. Barrett and Clyde Frazier on the first episode Monday, and then we got a whole bunch of great guests: Dre Ferrara, Madeline Burke, goddamn Babito Garcia, just all types of folks for the first week.
Yeah,
So
you should have stacked.
we back New York City, and yeah, check us out if you got DirecTV, Fubo, wherever, and local listings
He get
in
into
New
the
York.
bag.
Yeah, you know he is.
Football,
Yeah.
Nike,
Check him out.
Adidas,
I try.
Hello.
Moneymania.
My man.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, I'm trying to get like you, bro.
Shoot, I'm trying to get like you. What you talking about?
Almost. I got one job. You got 8.
Right, you got 8, man.
That's
Shoot.
8 different bags.
Speaking of which, I got to wrap up so I can go do another one. But
Oh.
like we always said, make sure you subscribe on youtube.com/Kazeem. Make sure you check us out on Apple, Spotify, Amazon, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to podcasts. And I don't know if I'm too early to announce this, but I think Jake, should I just say it? Should I just say it? Look, we'll just say it. I think we're going to launch a Patreon very soon.
Oh.
So,
Y'all getting into the big bag.
News to my ears.
yeah, so we're gonna start figuring that out. But the link is already live. So
Let's
if you
do
want to
it.
go and subscribe already,
Yeah.
you can go and subscribe. And the first time we drop a Patreon, you'll be the first one to get it. Jake, do you have what's the actual address?
What is
It's if you signed up for the OG Patreon, it's still active. So we're gonna keep
not to be an
still there.
asshole, but
Uh-huh.
what's gonna be on the Patreon?
We'll talk about that off air.
We'll talk about
No,
that.
but we need to tell them so that.
Well, we have tiers.
But
I
then-
mean, there's going to be opportunities for the people who listen to the show to support, to be a part of the show.
Yeah.
A lot of these battles that we get to do, they get to be a part of it.
Ooh,
We can get
that'll be
people.
fun.
We can get people zooming in to kind of
Battle them niggas. Yeah.
battle with
Yes.
us.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what I'm
gonna be
saying?
fun.
It's going to be a much more interactive experience. I feel like the first 2 years of us doing the show has just been a lot of us. Now it's kind of open it up to
Yeah,
every
I
people,
like that.
everybody who
Perfect. I
listens
like
to
that.
us.
I like
Ooh,
that.
I'm
You know,
subscribing. I
get
like
us
it.
a- there you go.
See?
So, Jake, what's the link again? Yes, search Patreon. Say less with KAZ, Lowkey and
All
Rosy.
right, don't come in here if you're not, you know what I'm saying, ready for me to talk shit.
We gonna talk a lot of shit, and honestly, there's a lot of shit that I can't really talk on regular
Exactly.
ass podcasts. So
A lot of
behind the
Same.
paywall, I can talk a whole lot of shit.
Same. Let's go.
But that is a wrap for today's episode of Say Less with KAZ, Lowkey and Rosy. Like we always do at this time, stay free, stay safe, and always say less. We'll see y'all next week, people. Thank you, Omos. Thank you,
y'all for having
everybody.
me.
Thank you,
Appreciate you,
Mandy. as well.
Thank you, Mandy.